What is up, everybody? How's everyone doing? I'm just writing y'all's names down because I'm pretty sure everyone in here wants a reading. Trying to get right to it tonight because, as usual, I've got to be out of here by 10, and I want to make sure I get everybody. Welcome, Christina Bell. Lotus Girl, hey boo, be kind. You are too kind. I just got your comment. Thank you so much. Blue Heron, my fellow Jersey girl. What's up, yo? Let's keep it going down here. And we got Slow Motion. What's up? Cowie, I'm jealous of you because you're in Hawaii. Grey Wolf, hey sweetheart. Mermaid, my wifey. What's up, my beautiful mermaid? It's Jack in the Box. It's Widowink time. It's always Widowink time. I love you too. Covina, what's up? Steve ran to go and get his coffee out of the fridge. So far, I have everyone in here for a reading. So if that's wrong, let me know. But I'm pretty sure it's right. Be kind. Yes, I put you towards the end. When you come back after doing what you're doing, just let me know and I'll put you right in there. Steve, yeah, Steve will be right here. Oh, I'm Cowie. I am coming to visit. I am going to take you up on that. So you won't be sorry, though. I'm pretty fun. I don't drink anymore, so. I hope everyone's Wednesday is going well. We're halfway through the week. And, of course, tomorrow is a new episode of American Horror Stories. Telania St. Germain, of course. Now's the time to get them. So, hey, Daryl. How's welcoming everyone in and trying to write this down? It's so funny because I got this beach spray that I'm definitely going to be reviewing next month. And I sprayed it in my hair thinking it was going to give me this beachy, scrunchy look like it's actually supposed to. But it didn't. It just made my hair soaking wet. So I've got this middle part going if I look a little weird. My mom is in chat, guys. Everyone say hi to Mom. That is actually my mother. Mom, I'm glad you can make it. I'm putting you down for a card. So, yeah, tomorrow, new episode of American Horror Story. And I'm really excited. Red Tide. Mom, I don't think you watched that show. And it's so strange because you would love it. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm not used to not having Steve here. So I got these new affirmation cards. You know how Steve always does the affirmation. So I wanted to be able to give you guys one as well. I got Moon Magic. And it says, more and more of us are choosing to deeply connect with the cycles of the moon. These cards enable you to tap into the magic of the lunar cycle with a wise affirmation you can powerfully integrate into your world, allowing the moon to guide you just as she always has for millennia. I want to say I am a Pisces. The moon controls Pisces. To me, the moon, actually, what I meant to say is the moon is the Pisces card in tarot. And also my real name, Cindy, means belonging to the moon. So it's Jack in the Box. Did you tell Mom we're getting married yet? Mom, that's Johnny. My mom, who's getting married? That's just Johnny Batman, Mom. Hey, Jeanette. Hello, Bear, Sweetly Morbid Bear. I'm writing you ladies down for reading. If I'm wrong, let me know. I think it's just easier to do it that way. Mom, he's been asking me to marry him since I was 7. Give the guy a break. So I have all my decks here, guys, and I'm just like, I don't know which one. She's like, oh, she doesn't care now. I don't know which ones to pull out for you guys tonight. I have so many. Sometimes the explanations are long. So I have the Fairy Tale Oracle. I have the Oracle of Shadow and Light. I have the Shapeshifter Oracle. I have the Halloween Oracle. I have the Vampire Oracle. I have Angels and Ancestors Oracle. And I have the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. So I know you're not going to remember all those, but I mean, I'll bring some up as we go through. I'll just be like, pick one or whatever, because I never know, which ones to really use. Bruce Hansen, hey, what's up? I'm going to put you down because I'm pretty sure you get readings. Yes, Cowie, thank you so much. Always please keep an eye out for trolls. Not that I'm telling my problems or my drama, but the person who's been trying to hack me in here has also hacked my Facebook the other day, started tagging my mom and all kinds of weird stuff. Luckily, I caught it before my mom saw it. It wasn't anything bad. It was just like, my selfies of me. Like, I don't tag my mom in those unless RJ's in them. Mike J, I got you. So all of my wrenches, please be on the lookout. I would really appreciate it. And don't engage with them. Don't, like, if they say something about me, I love you guys for defending me. Don't even defend me. Just kick them out of the chat. That's it. We don't even acknowledge them. And you know what? They don't come anymore. They have been so scarce. I mean, they still come, but hardly. Casey, hey, how are you doing? Melissa Nicole. Oh, don't be sorry, boo. Just get better. That's what we care about. That you're up to par on your health when you come in here. Don't be coming around spreading that vid up in here, girl. Coronavirus. I'm only kidding. Yes, just whack them with the wrench. No timeouts, no second chances. If they start being mean or saying bizarre things, then just kick them out. Lurking like everyone's shadow, blessed but not feeling my full self today. Steve Stockton. Yay. Hello, Ann Palmer.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Had to run and get my coffee.
Mommy's in the chat.
Your mommy?
My mommy.
Hey, Mom.
I'm upset. My iPhone. So I always jokingly, I think I told you guys. Yeah, Steve, can you give Casey a wrench? She's definitely earned it. So I think I told you guys that I jokingly call my mom Mommy Dearest because we always watched horror movies together, and that movie always freaked me out when I was little. Like, I wasn't scared of the boogeyman. I was scared of Joan Crawford's character, the Mommy Dearest. So my mom would always mess with me. So anyway, I put her in my phone as that, and she put me in her phone as my dearest. But my iPhone decides that it knows better, and now she's just in there as Mom. I'm like, who are you to put contacts in my phone the way you want to? Ann Palmer, I have everyone else on here for a reading, but I do not have you because I don't remember if you get readings or not. Football Cat, what's up? I think I remember that name. Would you like a reading, Football Cat? I think you get one. I don't know what that is about. We kicked one out at 13 past midnight last night. You go, guys. You guys are on it, definitely.
Yeah, they weren't very bright anyway because everybody in there had a wrench except for them. And the minute they started some shit, boom, gone. We trounced, and kicked their ass to the curb.
Well, I just said quickly what we always say. Okay, so Melissa Nicole, we're going to be praying for you, definitely, girl, to get better. Okay, Casey, let me know. I have yours ready for Patreon, but I was going to release them all at once. But Grey Wolf really needed hers, so I released hers. So if you'd like yours before Monday or Tuesday when I release the rest of them, I do 3-card readings, which turn into 4 and 5-card readings this month for my patrons. And I pulled out all my decks. You guys see what I have. If you really don't remember, I will say it again. But I'd like to just get started because it's going to take a while. And of course, I'm always here for you, Lindsay. It's going to take a while. So let's just get cracking. Steve, do you have anyone, obviously, that you want to say hi to? Blue Crossroads, welcome. And thank you so much for the amazing listener encounter. Would you like a reading?
I had a lot of people saying hi to me, so I'll say hi back. Excuse me. Sweetly Morbid Bear. Bruce Hanson. Going backwards up the chat here. Listen, Nicole, get better. We're all waiting on you. Can't make you a star if you don't show up. Daryl Fawcett, Ann Palmer, Lotus Girl, Towing Tennille, Grey Wolf, Paranormal, Covina, Football Cat, Blue Heron. I think Mom, everybody said hi to me. So hi. Hi right back. Sorry, I got something in my throat. I think I swallowed a moth or something when I was out on my motorbike.
Blue Crossroads, that's awesome. I will give one to Shauna. Casey, I will just keep it, and whenever you're ready, girl, it doesn't matter when it is, you let me know. Do you want one too, Blue Crossroads? Just let me know.
I got some new decks that I haven't used tonight that I've tried to read from. Don't have my card cam. I didn't have time to set it up. I had a busy day today.
Excuses.
I got the Dark Goddess Oracle deck. And I got Victoria Francis Goth Oracle deck.
I have those two in my wish list, and the not the Dark Goddess, but the other one is the one I'm ordering this month when I get
this one. I really love the
that's the
Vintage Wisdom Oracle. Those are beautiful. Sorry, I've got oil under my fingernails from working on my bike.
His hog. That's it. That's the one. But I want to get all three of them are in my like upcoming book decks, but that one.
I love these.
So
and then I've always got my Dark Mirror. That was pretty ubiquitous at this point. And what else have I got over here? Magic of You. I'm going to read from that one. And I've got some of the smaller, the real short ones, Forest Fae and Whispering Woods and some of those. I love these little decks like that. And
SDK 4422 says, thank you all so much. I'm down in Louisiana with no power and in the heat, so this is the highlight of my day. Oh, poor baby. Forest Fae, that's what it is. SDK, let me know if you want a reading while I'm writing them down.
Forest Fae. There's one more Fae deck. I can't remember what the name of it is. And this one is kind of similar. Whispering Woods. It's still a little magnetic box like you were talking about.
Yeah, definitely stay safe. Casey said SDK, stay safe. That's definitely true. I love the Whispering Woods ones too. I love all of them. They're so beautiful. But that Gothic one... Mother!
Hang on. Let's see.
All right, guys. So I'm just going down the list here. The only person I'm going to bump up is my mom. I'm going to pop her up because she falls asleep. But I'll do a few of you guys first. Steve's going to see what's going on with Mulder. If you want a reading from Steve, because you prefer one of his decks or for whatever reason, just let me know. It's or if you want a reading from me, it's not offensive to us. We're a team. Judy Ross. Okay, welcome, Judy. And I got you. All right, Christina Bell, you're up. Please, if you can remember, pick a deck and pick a number. I have Wisdom of the House of Knights, Angels and Ancestors, Vampires, Shapeshifters, Shadows and Lights, Fairy Tale, and one more down there. Oh, the Halloween Oracle. How could I forget that one? So my son jokingly posted a picture of some smoke from like a vape. And in the picture, I saw, a face. I've yet to show my mom. Mom, I said it to you this morning, but you were in the middle of telling me something. So you were like, yeah. You didn't realize that I told you there was an actual face in the smoke. But either way, just don't tell Gary I said that. Guys, I'm wearing my Ted Bundy Beetle shirt that says "Wanna Ride." I love this shirt. And I have one coming that has an alien on it, and it says humans aren't real. So Christina Bell, if you're in here, please pick a number and a deck so we can just get started and move right along. Mike J says, I was just going to bark like that, really, for no reason, but the other dog beat me to it. Listen, you need to come on our panel on Friday nights. I think you would be a great addition. And yes, it probably is the neighboring cat. Slow motion. Your birthday's Halloween because that's Steve's birthday, and I will write that down. Mom, my house has been awful lately. Yeah, I got this white sage, Mom. You have regular sage, and when I burned regular sage, I actually brought Anthony. You remember him? I actually brought him in, and he started tormenting RJ. So I got this white sage coming with flowers wrapped around it to like kind of tone down the smell. We'll work on that, Mom. But I did see a face, and I will show you. Grey Wolf, yes, I have the Native Spirit deck, the Angels and Ancestors. Slow motion on it. Halloween. Okay, I think Christina Bell said she was going to be lurking. So if I don't see that or if there's a delay, Christina, I'll come right back to you because I want to just keep moving. Ooh, seventh son of a seventh born at midnight. Slow motion. You must have some stories. Stella, welcome, boo. So nice to see you. Lotus Girl, you're next. Lotus Girl, yeah, did you put me down? I had to assess one of our cats that I just found. She's been injured and I'm back now. Vintage deck. Aw, I'm so sorry. Is she okay? And I put you down for Steve, so you'll go first when he comes back. Blue Heron, you said you wanted the Halloween deck, right? Pick a number, babes. Andrew and Gnomes Trucking Express. Mom, I love when you're here. Seriously. I say this every time, and people are like, you know, joke with me about it, but it's so nice to be doing things in my life that make my parents proud and that I'm not taking people hostage anymore. You know, getting to know my mom again. It's really cool. Oh, you said vampire. My bad. And Mom, I love you, and I'm always glad when you're here. And I can't wait to go to Cape May next weekend, girl. We're going to go shopping, spend some money. My mom still shops in the junior department at like Kohl's. So I like to go through her clothes. All right, Blue Heron, number 17 in the vampire deck. Let's get this party started. Guys, I just want you to know I love doing this. Love you more. Aww. Oh my gosh, Lotus Girl, I'm literally crying. We'll have Kitty to vet ASAP in the morning. She's one of my closest kitties. She'll be fine. We're going to pray for her. Everyone pray to your spirit animals to look after Lotus Girl's cat. I'm not kidding. That really does work for pets. I had a cat named Bruce Wayne Springsteen, and he was injured by like a neighborhood animal because I couldn't keep him indoors. We lived in the city, and I just couldn't keep him in. So he was an outside cat, but he came home every night. And he lost a thumb, and I was, you know, not in a good place, and I wasn't able to afford a vet. So my father actually got like antibiotic cream or something, and he nursed this cat for 4 days. They didn't leave the room. And Bruce Wayne Springsteen was perfectly fine, and my dad still has him. This was like 5 years ago. And my dad nursed this cat back to health, no infection, no nothing, with nothing but some antibiotic ointment and tender loving care. Her name's Munchie Poo. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I had a hamster named Snarfles. Mom, do you remember Snarfles? That big, fat, mean thing that used to bite every time. She was the only teddy bear hamster I'd ever come across that bit. My other teddy bear hamsters, I would literally sleep with them on my chest, and they wouldn't even climb off in the middle of the night. Like, I would walk the one, Snowball, on a leash. But Lotus, she'll be fine. You have a lot of prayers coming for Munchie Poo. What's up, Dusty? Do you want a reading? All right. Blue Heron, I'm getting ready, girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I just love the sound of those cards snapping. Ooh, boy. You got card number 5. And I'm not familiar really with most of these decks. They're all pretty new. And this card is Nightmare. Psychic Protection, Shields, and Bad Dreams. My mic is in the way a little bit. Sometimes we are at our most vulnerable when we sleep or when we are attempting to sleep. This card speaks of the night which is restless, of the soul that cannot find the space in which to close their eyes and fully relax, whose dreams are creating agitation and distress, and who feels terror when knowing the darkness is falling rather than the joy of the dark mother called night. For the night can be a place of terror for many, where the past repeats, old wars are fought, deep wounds reopen, and betrayal of yesteryear is as fresh as a cut as if it took place that day. For in the dreamscape, there is no time as we know it when we are awake, when we are at the mercy of the consciousness and that energy we have with us, and all the hauntings of the world are nothing to the damnation of the twilight hours. If this is taking place for you or for another you care for, there is now a way for us to help you. This nightmare rider can enter your dreams. So fearless she is, and so fearsome her steed, that they will patrol the boundaries of your sleep, of your very dreams themselves. They will allow the gentler truths of your life to be recalled as you dream, and slowly over time, the night will not hold such terror for you. You were just telling me you were having nightmares too. Your dreams will become a safer place into which you can swoon each night, take your rest, and arise refreshed. At night, there are special kinds of spirits who patrol, who hunt the sleeping sensitives, and they can and do steal the energies of many, especially those whose energy is bright, open, and innocent, and often those weakened by illness, stress, or other imbalances. This nightmare and her dark rider will protect you from these spirits. They will never hurt the one they are guarding. They are too honorable, too skilled, too powerfully devoted to their purpose for that. And they will ensure that no succubi, no limp ghost, no hungry denizen of the night can steal through the cracks in your auric field and reap the energetic benefits of feeding on you. Dreams become beauty, sleep becomes peace. Night is welcome, and the terrors of the past will change when she rides forward to guard your sleep. The blessing is it's time to understand that at night we can be vulnerable and begin to work consciously towards lessening the fear of darkness, reclaiming healthy sleep, diminishing the reliance you may have on sleeping aids. Dreams which disturb you will finally be understood and then depart for good. A shift in your own energy will seal auric entrances to irritating and greedy little entities who are stealing your energy. You now have great support in seeking peaceful sleep, a great and beautiful human need. The curse is you may be living in fear and unable to understand how you can make changes to your sleep patterns. It is time to get information on how to create better sleep. Your sleep patterns may be reversed, and you may be experiencing an almost nocturnal existence, which may be affecting your body's chemistry and magnetic field very strongly. Know that you are protected and shielded when you sleep. You will soon be having nourishing, healing sleeps from which you awaken revived and ready for each day. Yes, Judy Ross, we do readings on here, the 1 card, and I do 3 card readings for donation or free if you don't have a donation. And I also do 6, 11, 12, 7, 15 card readings that I charge for. So yeah, Blue Heron, the nightmare and her faithful rider, her dark rider. If you're having nightmares, know that this card is going to bring in this spirit, this vampire spirit, I guess, but not to be vampiric. You can rest easily. But I think what it's also saying is that if you're having nightmares or even bad dreams, you're going to pretty soon start to understand what's going on, what the nightmares and the bad dreams mean. And you're going to be able to make sorry, I got distracted by reading the chat, that you're going to be able to, put it together of what is causing these nightmares. Andrew Jasso, I'm sorry, Blue Heron, I just want to address this. I have no idea what oracle readings are. I'm Christian, never heard of it, or know to not get involved with it. No disrespect intended. Andrew Jasso, no disrespect taken, but I am also a born-again Christian. I do believe in Christian witches, and that's not really what we're here for. We're just kind of hanging out. So Blue Heron, I don't know if you read this because I haven't seen any. Yeah, it's okay. You're welcome to just listen if you'd like. I mean, we're not.
Yeah, I'm a born again Christian. It's just
there's a lot of us in here. Blue Heron, I didn't mean to interrupt your reading, but I wanted to get that out so everybody feels comfortable. I don't see you in here. So yeah, you're going to be able to make those connections. Oh, there you are. About what's causing your nightmares, and know that you can rest easily now because you have the nightmare, the horse, and the dark rider, and they're going to come in and seal up your aura, which is going to be also great for you. If you can reduce stress too, that's what I'm getting intuitively, then that's probably a good way to end your nocturnalness, so to speak, if you want to have more peaceful sleep, because stress, our minds never turn off, and then we're waking during REM sleep, which is causing sleep paralysis, right? Hey, Cookie, and your moon magic card, you got the waning gibbous 5. Failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. And this is the waning gibbous 5. All right, so Mom, before I set to you, Lotus Girl wanted Steve the vintage deck.
Okay. And I had to go and avert a disaster. My landlady was beating on my door, said my alarm on my motorbike was going off. I left it parked out the street.
Oh my gosh.
What happened? Little kid lives like 3 houses down the street. His mom said she looked away and he was just gone. Well, he was headed up toward the end of the street where there's a really busy road up there. He probably would have got it flattened. But he saw my motorbike and hopped on it.
Oh my God.
It set the alarm off, and he went screaming back home. So she brought him back up here and made him apologize. Poor little guy, red-faced, snotty. I'm sorry. But I'm glad the motorbike was enough of a distraction that kept him from going 2 more houses up, and he would have been out in a busy road up there. So things happen for a reason.
I love all of you. I don't really want to have religious debate. I appreciate all of your, not because of you guys, but because I know someone's going to come in and say something offensive. Andrew, we love you too. Like I said, you're welcome to just listen. Everyone's entitled to see what I mean. We've got pagans, we've got Catholics, we've got, I mean, everything, agnostics. We all love each other and we don't judge. And I really appreciate the way you presented that. I know why you had to say it. And I definitely respect you. Laura Stevens, hey!
Hey, Laura.
Let me know if you want a reading. A couple other people. Aunt Edna came in. And Michael Moslak. Welcome, Michael. Would you like a reading? Because we're running out of spots already.
And I'm shuffling up here and I'll get to Neil.
And then I'm going to do my mom. And then, so after mom, it's going to be a slow motion and then Cowie. So you guys kind of pick. Oh, thank you so much, SDK. I love just hearing your beautiful voice, Gemma. Thank you so much. Lotus Girl says, use your intuition on picking the card.
All right.
Your awesome bike. That's awesome. Your bike saved his life. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely could have. So,
Mom,
attractive hazard, but it saved the day.
Thank goodness. Did you guys see, not to get off topic, but it was really funny. And I was just talking about it the other day when RJ said to me about his cousin. He said, Layla was doing bad boy stuff, you know, and it reminded me of that little kid that stole his grandma's car, like back in 2011. And the cops pulled him over and he's like, I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friends.
He was like 8 years old, stole his grandma's van.
And he had beat his grandma up in the Walmart for not buying him fried chicken like a month earlier because he wanted to do hood rat stuff. Connor, welcome. Do you want a reading, Connor?
Connor, Bigfoot and on. How you doing, buddy?
Mom, think of your deck in a number from like 1 to 45, 55. Slow motion and Cowie, start doing the same, please.
All right, I've got a card for you here. To Neil, this one jumped out of the deck while I was shuffling, so I'm going to go with that one. That's what I like to do in such cases. This is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. The backs of these here even are beautiful. Here's the card. And part of the grease under my fingernails. Been working on my motorbike. And you got card of perception. Let's see what it has to say about that one. I don't think these are numbered, so give me just a second here. That's the first time reading from this deck, so yeah, I have to look it up in a little booklet here. They are in alphabetical order. Don't have my card cam set up. Narrating for Missing Persons and Mysteries, and then cooking dinner, and then went for a little motorbike ride. The familiar image of the stage is often used as a metaphor for the human experience. Iconic masks of comedy and tragedy, ancient symbols of theatrical culture, invoke a spectrum of extreme human emotion. Captured here is the vision of an actress. The red of the curtain, her shoes, and the flower in her hair combine to intensify the atmosphere of vitality and passion. She holds a feathered mask in her right hand. Her bold and sweeping pose could be communicating many things, but in the absence of words, the audience is left to interpret the relationship between actress and mask through the lens of perception. This card highlights the skill of perception, which encompasses the realm of intuition and extrasensory perception. It is at work while divining with these oracle cards, or indeed any system of divination. While the perception card invites you to be open to its gifts, realize that like the actress, it has equal power to delude as it does to facilitate clear thinking. Residue from past experiences, the roles we currently play, and our desires and goals for the future can all color the way we perceive. By being mindful of these potential influences, we can be free from their limitations. Stand back from the play of life as part of the audience to not only enjoy a better view, but to gain a better appreciation of the storyline. So I think what I take away from that in a nutshell is don't let your past color your future. And hopefully that means something to you there, Tennille. Thank you for letting me read for you. Hope it resonates with you.
The Lazarus Project, welcome. Maraid, I got you. And SDK, yeah. Steve and I both talk a lot about the Glimmer Man. I have my encounter, and it's so funny to see me because I'm all mousy. It was like 12 months ago when I did that video. And but I do talk about it. I also gave it to Steve. I believe it was on his listener or subscriber stories or listener encounters, volume 3 or 4. And I also did a video 2 weeks ago on translucent humanoids and faceless entities. I'm doing a series. I'm trying to type, guys, but I don't have my office yet. So I have my headphone wire and I have all my decks. I'm typing like in this tiny little corner. So forgive me for spelling mistakes. Okay, Mom, I am going to, you picked the number 40, which is a high number, but I'm going to use the Angels and Ancestors deck for you because that's the Native American deck, and I feel like it most closely will represent what it is that's going on.
Count backwards from the bottom.
Yeah, let me see how many are in the deck. It's 44.
So 4 up from the bottom. Easy.
Yeah, 44. Okay. Yeah, let's do that because you got the Earth Mother. Feel loved and comforted. And these cards are not numbered either, so give me a second to just find it. There we go. That was easy. I got to move my mic a little bit. It's like really in the way of my arms. Okay, Mom, Earth Mother. Feel loved and comforted. Allow yourself to be cherished. Earth Mother is protecting you with a shield of love and light. Earth Mother is the female counterpart to Sky Father. It's auspicious to receive this card because in the eyes and heart of Earth Mother, you are her child and she is highly protective of her baby and will give you everything you need to grow and expand. Earth Mother is only covered by leaves in this card, showing the vulnerability of the earth. Every day she experiences challenges that she has to adapt to and overcome. Her energy, represented by the symbol of the pagan triple goddess, maiden, mother, and crone, behind her can help you adapt as the changes of life come your way. You may have felt overwhelmed or out of control emotionally recently, but you are now moving back to your natural center, and that will bring you to a place of clarity and openness. If you have felt ungrounded, know that Earth Mother is here to root you and help you regain your sense of strength. You may not feel like a child, but in the eyes of the divine, you are a child of light, and it's important you know that and feel loved. Sorry. If you have had challenges with, it's so weird because I was just thinking of Grandma, Mom. If you have had challenges with your mother or with being a mother yourself, know that the energies of mother healing are with you to help clear any ancestral blockages that are preventing you from making this sacred love connection. You are being guided to make choices that are based on love. And as soon as I pulled this card, Mom, I thought of Grandma. So I'm wondering if maybe she's with you, trying to comfort you through everything you're going through in the house. And also with everything going on, and I'm not going to put your business out there, I think this is a powerful card because it's telling you that you're going to get back to your strength soon. You're going to step into your power. You're going to stop being so stressed all the time for no reason. I know how that feels because I definitely am. And just, Mom, I hope you're looking at this gorgeous, gorgeous card. And I'm just going to pull your Moon Magic card here. I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. Waxing gibbous one. So putting thought into things before you act on them. Slow motion, you want it number 7, but you got to pick one of Steve's decks. Is she naked? No. No, the earth is her pregnant belly and she's wearing leaves. Mom, you find your glasses. They're around your neck or on top of your head. Don't go looking for them.
Let's see. I've got Vintage Wisdom Oracle, Dark Goddess, the Victoria Francis Gothic Oracle, Conjure Cards, Magic of You, Dark Mirror, Forest Fae, and Whispering Woods. I've probably got too many decks out here. I usually only have 3 or 4, but I had a couple of new ones. So do any of those sound appealing to you, slow motion?
Todd, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next time.
Saying Halloween. I don't have Halloween Oracle. Gemma's got that one.
I can do you next if we can move to Cowie. It's up to you. Pick random, Steve. You can do Halloween next week slow if you're in here.
Okay, let's do...
Hey, Starlight, welcome.
Let's do one of these Gothic Oracle cards. I've been waiting for a victim to try these on.
I am in the zone, only I'm stuck in like... Whispering Forest. Okay, I'll write you down for that, Bruce. I think it's Whispering Woods, but that's Steve, but that's good. And number 24.
Shuffling here, slow motion. Either concentrate on something that you would like some enlightenment on, or just clear your mind and let nature throw something out there to you, the universe. We're going to take a peek with the Gothic Oracle.
Dev Bradley, better late than never, and welcome. All right, Cowie, I'm writing you down now.
I love these cards. These are beautiful. You got card number 18. Show you up here. These are got a little Morticia Adams vibe there in front of maybe a haunted castle or something. She's surrounded by bats. You can see that I missed my card cam. I'll have it set up next week. So that was number 18. Let me get the little cheat sheet here and see what that has to say for you, Slow-Mo. I keep it too dark in here. I have to use the light on my phone to read the cards. And that's in French. That does present a problem. Hopefully it's in English at the front of the book.
Hey, Carrie, welcome.
Yeah, there
nice
we
to
go.
See you.
I thought, the title's in French. And I thought, wait, the whole damn thing's in French. 18, The Princess Dream. The card stands for nurturing, rebirth, and new opportunity. Do you sometimes feel that life is passing you by? As you look around, you see that others appear to be moving forward and achieving their dreams, but you feel stuck in a rut. Bats are often referred to as the guardians of the night. This card represents symbols which remind you that you're being looked after and cared for, even if you feel alone. Bats symbolize rebirth and suggest that you're about to start a new phase in your life. Well, that's good to hear, Slow-Mo. The opportunities, the opportunities around you are abundant. If you're not able to see them now, then you need to look harder. Opportunity may not come knocking at your door. Rather, you may have to knock on its door. You have plenty of stability behind you, and therefore any risk you take right now are minimal. This could be a very influential time in your life. Embrace it. Wonderful things are on the horizon. Oh, that's a great card. I was expecting something much darker from a Gothic deck, but again, the Gothic deck refers to the artwork and not the meanings of the card themselves. There was the card again. So, good news for you there, Slow Motion.
Jeanette, you've got time, babe. We've got like 12 people before you.
Who's up next?
That was Cowie, right? Or was that Slow Motion? Okay,
Slow
Cowie's
Motion.
you, and he also wants Gothic and number 27.
Okay, let me give him a quick shuffle there, Cowie.
I have two coming up. If you can give Dev her wrench back whenever you have a chance. It is her.
You sure it is her?
I'm positive it's her, yes. I could tell by the way she's interacting with the chat.
Who am I reading for? Cowie?
Cowie, yes.
Hope you have a good weather. They're in Hawaii, Cowie.
He invited me to come visit. I am so going. Road trip.
Oh.
Plane trip.
Boat trip. Some kind of trip.
Boat sounds good.
Take a cruise out of Long Beach or
that's the first thing the
Washington
second thing I'm
State.
doing. When I start making really good money, I'm gonna take my mom on a haunted tour of New Orleans to like the Lalaurie Mansion and all that stuff. But the second thing we're doing is me and my mom are going to Hawaii.
Should have followed my own advice and counted from the bottom. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and number 27 for Cowie. Let's see what Cowie got here. You got card 19, which happens to be the same card that's the back of the deck. And then card 19, even though I shuffled that fully, it came out, the last one was 18, this was 19. There's number 19 with Victoria Francis does all these incredible goth illustrations here. Let's see what the booklet says about that card. Number 19, The Covenant. That card stands for psychic development, learning, and study. Your curiosity in psychic and spiritual matters are awakening. You have an urge to learn more. You may already be dabbling in occultic matters. It is likely that people with similar skills will gather around you, but realize that you are a born teacher and your intuitive abilities will be more receptive than those around you. Use your skills and trust your psychic instincts as you're open to the energies of those around you. Studying occult material, reading cards, and taking interest in all forms of divination are important at this time. Finding groups where people have similar interests, like right here, will help you to develop quicker. Know that you are a natural psychic, but be sure to use your gifts wisely. Respect the craft, and it will guide you and serve you well. So there you go, Callie. Hopefully that means something to you. I don't know. I mean, obviously you have an interest in this sort of thing, or you wouldn't be here with us. So now may be the time to delve into it a little further and see what abilities you have. You might surprise yourself. Good card.
Says, damn, that card was accurate. Thank you. Are you pulling another card?
Me?
Yeah.
No, who am I
Oh,
reading?
I thought you said you were pulling. I don't know. I'm trying to read the chat and concentrate. Okay. Grey Wolf wants the Angels deck, then Mike J the Vampire. Bathsheba, you're going to be read by Steve. So start thinking of a number and a deck. And then Maraid, you're going to be read by me. Don't put it down now because I am going to be reading, so I'm not going to be able to write it. Bathsheba, good, you're back because you are up in 2 with Steve. Grey Wolf. Ow. Oh, I got an itch. Ah. All right. Yeah, I don't know. That's the noise I make apparently when my skin itches. Grey Wolf, do you have a number for me, babe? Oh, I'm sorry, SDK. That was insensitive. New Orleans isn't any fun right now. No power, no nothing, nowhere. I'm so sorry. Christina Bell, you were first, so you're going to be coming up in 4, okay? Grey Wolf, if you can give me a number. And Mike, why don't you give me your number now, too? Doobie-doobie-doo.
Who was I supposed to give a wrench to?
Dev, D-E-V, Dev Bradley, okay. Please.
There we are. If that's not you, Dev, we're going to follow you home.
Yeah, seriously. No, it's her. I can tell. Hey, D-Zombified, welcome.
D-Zombified, what's going on, guys? Good to see you.
Grey Wolf, there might be a delay, but I'm definitely waiting on you. If you can give me that number, please. If not, I'll just go to Mike and then come back to you. Mike, do you have a number for me? Mike J. The Zombified, it's so good to see you. It's been a long time. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay. Hi. So I'm waiting on a number from both Mike J and Grey Wolf, guys. Ah, there you go. There's my girl. Number 17. Okay, babe, set your intention. I've been shuffling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 67. Just steal the cards, Grandma. It was a meme. It had an old lady shuffling cards. Oh, you got Jesus. If I could find the book. Oh, there it is. So you got the great teacher who is Jesus. Learn from spiritual experiences. Girl, you need this right now. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences and then share them with others. This card was inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all times. But there is a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one whom you feel closest to, as well as the great teacher within you. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace and joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. So, okay, I think there's a lag. Grey Wolf, I'm reading for you right now, the great teacher. This is basically saying that if you haven't already, have more faith in not only your higher power, but in yourself, that you're going to make it through these challenges. Step into your own power, act as if, think, and therefore you are, however you want to say, manifestation, right? Pray to whoever you pray to. All right. Like I pray to Jesus, but some might pray to Buddha. It's just pray. Use your spirituality to get you through tough times. And once you start making a habit of doing that, you're going to continuously be able to do it. And you're going to have a lot less stress in your life and really step into your power. And look, waxing gibbous number 4, I will persist. My will is strong. All right. And like I told you, hit me up if you need something more in depth. I was so off with the readings last night. I just couldn't get there spiritually. So, okay, Mike J. Grey Wolf, I really hope that helped. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for letting me read for you. I always forget to thank you. Mike J., if you can give me a number. Grey Wolf, I'm always praying for you. Oh, SDK, absolutely. You got to keep us posted on when it gets better. Steve and I were planning on going there anyway, I think, to visit all the places I just said that, like, my mom and I were going to go. We want to do a lot of things like that, but with RJ, it's not possible for me to travel right now. But I was thinking of getting some kind of RV in a few years, maybe homeschooling him for a couple of years and going on the road with Steve there. Mike says number 5. Yeah, Grey Wolf, that was a beautiful card. That's my favorite one in the whole deck. Obviously, you guys I know I love Jesus. He's my rock star. He's an absolute superstar. He saved my life. All right, Mike. Let's do this. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, rebellion, upstart, tumult, revolution. I keep losing the books because I have so many. Oh, I got it. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, I got them all together now.
Desk. I've got everything spread out on 3 different desks here.
Well, I turned right to it too. I'm in this tiny little space right now. That's why. There is about you an established order. There is about you a power that says things must be done in a particular way, that the order is rightful and must be maintained. The freedom to question is being refused and is considered to be offensive. The right to speak up, even respectfully, is being restrained. Those who find a new way to approach the old problems are considered dangerous, and for a time now, you have kept silent. But there is a different way, many different ways of approaching the same questions. Instead of each person having the right to approach the question in a way that is true to them, you are being asked not to think, not to feel, but simply to follow. And you are tired of following when this following is taking you no closer to the adventures and solutions you wish to discover, but it is hard to be the one who speaks up. It is challenging to be the one to say there may be another way, for to do so in your place right now is to become a rebel. This sounds romantic, but it is not. It is a hard path to walk, yet it is the one you are being asked to set off on. And in doing so, you may find others wish to make you a new leader and a new keeper of laws and orders. But for you, this is a personal journey, and you do not wish to influence any other to do anything but to know that following their own path and finding their own way may be best for them. It's a choice. What lies before you is the fork in the road, which you will take not to be defiant or to create dissonance. You follow it because it is the path of your heart. And you will be called rebel. You will be called difficult, and you will be told you are willful, even egotistic, but you are not. You need to do this with fanfare and great noise. You simply take the turn that others do not, and you begin to walk alone. It is lonely, but the false camaraderie of conformity you leave behind frees you and offers you true moments of joy rather than false comforts. The blessing is you are being called to follow your own soul's path. It is a wonderful thing when you truly become yourself and find what you love. The curse is there will be loneliness from time to time, but you will meet like-minded rebels upon your soul's road. It is time to be truthful about who you are and what it is you wish to create in your life. You can do this. There will be more support than you can dream of when you open up and share what you felt you must keep secret. There are more like you than you know. So, yeah, we're all here. I always say to my readings, for our own soul's journey. We're not here for human joy and comfort. That's just a bonus. We are here for our soul's greater good so that we can learn and grow and prosper. Mike, what you're being asked to do right now is follow your heart. Stop being so rational. If you are following your heart and you're getting crap for it, to stop letting those things influence you. You're on the right path. You just need to not want to, you don't have to conform. Just keep going the way that you're going and don't listen to the naysayers. Don't get involved in other people's drama and really step into your own power. I say that a lot too, but it's true. Step into your own power. Don't follow the crowd. And you know what? If you get lonely, come over here to mine or Steve's channel, to the Island of Misfit Toys. And you get the moon goddess Hina. I can guide and lead others wisely and with love. Look at that. That went right along with your rebellion card. Guiding and leading first yourself and then others who may feel the same way as you do right now. You can help them get out of that. Nikki, my Nick Y, welcome, sweet boo. So Bathsheba, you're up. And then I'm going to do Mairead, but I need to run to the little girl's room real quick, guys.
All right, mute your mic. Okay, Bam Bam, I'm reading for you. What deck would you like? I've got Vintage Wisdom Oracle, Dark Goddess, Victoria Francis Gothic Oracle, and I think that's all I've got. Well, I've got Conjure cards here. Gothic number 27. Okay, I think you told me that earlier. So let's give them another shuffle here. Either concentrate and meditate on something you'd like some enlightenment on, or clear your mind and let the universe throw you a curveball. That's what usually happens. Now let's find the 27th card. And number 27 of the Victoria Francis Gothic Oracle. And you got card 31 up there where you can see it. It's like a cherub or an angel, crying blood, resting on a tombstone that says love on it. Let's see what this card, number 31, let's see what that has to say. That was quick. Did everything come out all right? You didn't hear me. I said that was quick. Did everything come out all right?
Peeing, not playing, as I say all the time.
Card number 31, The Empty Tomb of Love. Bathsheba, this card deals with regret, change, and moving forward. There's a feeling of loss, whether this is physical or emotional. You must remember that whatever major change happens in our lives, there's always a renewed hope. Sometimes the light is at the end of the tunnel, feels distant, but rest assured you will get there. And trust me, it's not a train in this situation. Whatever age you are, there's a childlike innocence about you. It's okay to feel sad and lost, but it's important that you don't stay in that mind frame for too long. Life is full of changes, and each day will bring a unique experience. If you feel the angels are not listening, you're wrong. They are, and they're waiting for you to ask for their help. Of course, they will never take away your free will, but will always help to guide you through times of despair. Just remember, nothing stays the same forever. Things will improve soon. So that's a card of hope there, Bam Bam. Whatever you're going through, just remember it's all temporary. Help is there if you need it, whether it's an angelic sort of help or help of close friends, family, like the people here. You've got friends, you've got people that love you and care about you. Whatever you're going through, we can go through it with you, or you can choose to go through it by yourself.
Amen.
But it's your own journey and what you make of it. And remember, that card said, the cards don't compel, they impel. They might give you suggestion, but what you do is entirely up to you. And that goes both ways. The outcome, whether it's good or bad, you have only but yourself to blame. Don't blame the cards or me. But a good reading there. I hope that resonates with you, Bathsheba, and thank you for letting me read for you.
Gray Wolf, I don't know if you're still here, but I said, I know that feeling all too well, cooking dinner for the cause of your grief. I love you very much. Hit me up when you can. I'm always here for you. And this goes for all of you guys. I'm always here. I'm one, email message away. Gray Wolf, I sent you my numbers today in Patreon. So, all right. Lotus Girl Towing to Neil, Steve and Gemma, just wanted to say how grateful I found y'all a couple months ago. Y'all are two bright lights in the dark. Oh, and so grateful for you. And I'm glad I'm a part of this family. You guys are amazing.
Well, we feel the same about you. Or at least I do. I can't speak for Gemma, but I think she feels the same.
No, you're definitely right on point. I come to you guys. I do this stream sometimes when I'm just at my wit's end and so just ready to give up. And then I come do the stream and I can smile and I can be with like-minded people and I can share myself and be myself. And I just really love you guys.
From you, Neil, you've got such a wonderful, bright energy about you.
Mm-hmm.
You may not even know how amazing you are, but trust me, you are. Your light shines through.
Most of you do. I mean, all of you really. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for that. I almost teared up, to be honest. And I'm not being facetious. That really meant a lot to me. I want to bring kindness to people. I want to do good in the world. I want to help people get on the right path, just like people did for me, just like Steve did for me. You guys did for me. The Lazarus Project. Is it just me or Gemma look like she's ready to box? The way I put the headphones on, right? I caught that. Maraid, I have you written down for me. I think you said to pick, but I don't want to do that unless I'm right. So if you can just tell me a number in a deck or you want me to pick. Then we have Covina. If you're still in here, please start thinking. Don't tell me now, but you'll be next. So start thinking of a number and a deck for Steve. Jack in the Box, of course you got me, and pick a number in deck. Start thinking. Tennille, that was so nice. Thank you, really. Yeah, slow motion group hug. Yes, seriously.
On 13 past midnight, we have a group grope over there. Right, Ann Palmer?
Gray Wolf, hang in,
I said
girl.
that one night jokingly, and she's never forgotten that and will not let me live it down.
Kind of like when I stood up in my underwear.
Yeah, that wasn't on live. I was the only one that saw that, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Or you singing Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, I did that on a dare, but...
Wifey, are you there? Oh, yes. Pick any deck and number. I got the Halloween deck I've been shuffling for you, girl. So let's see. I'm going to pick number... I keep getting 5 and 17. I'm going to go with 5. Okay, Covina, you're next for Steve, so just start thinking, all right?
A deck and a number. Just put it in the chat. I'll be watching.
Okay, cool. Oh, this is a nice card. These cards aren't numbered, so just give me a second. They're in alphabetical order. Wouldn't it be funny if it's Jack in the Box got the Jack in the Box? Hearth. Happiness in our hearts and homes. The heart of every home, the fire that unites. Winter's warmth centers, stories, love, and delights. I'm trying to get it so there's no glare. The ancient Romans believed that every home had a heart, and it was the hearth. Where the fire burned, the family gathered for sustenance, communication, and protection. This concept was so important to the culture that there was a huge city hearth, the Vestal Temple, where the fire of the home goddess Vesta burned forever without ever going out. This sacred flame was protected by the soldiers with their very lives should there be an invasion. The place where the goddess Vesta was honored within every ordinary home was also the hearth, and it is where women prepared food and cooked. Some of the food was always offered back into the fire as an offering to Vesta for her blessing and protection. Often, husbands were sent away on military duty for years on end, and their wives at home were not just expected to keep the home and often the businesses running, but to wait for their husbands faithfully until their return. They prayed to Vesta to ensure their family members' safe return and to keep the fires of love stoked. The saying, quote, keep the home fires burning, was inspired by this practice. Should the hearth card appear in your divination, You are being asked to look to your idea of what home and family is for you. Take the time to build your quote love fire and have it burning brightly. Make your relationships a priority. If there is a conflict within your home and family, it is time to take concrete steps to address the issue for good. If you or a member of your family is away from home due to travel or work, know that protection is being given to them. So, okay, the first thing I noticed on this card, though, was this big gargoyle demon like creature here. And I know gargoyles are not evil. I know that they represent something good, but I don't remember. But that stuck out to me just intuitively. So if there's turmoil, something going on in your home, you need to take steps to address it. You cannot just keep being quiet. And I'm not calling you out. I don't personally know about anything like that with you. I'm just telling you what's coming to me intuitively. Also, protection for anyone who may be traveling. And I'm getting professional help. And I'm not saying psychiatry or anything like that. And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. I'm just getting something about getting some kinds of professional help to help you through whatever you're going through. And like I said, that doesn't have to be a psychiatrist. I'm not saying anything like that. It could be, getting someone to fix, a faucet that keeps flying in your face every time you turn the water on. Just some kind of professional needs to come in and do something, or you're becoming a professional at something. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. So you have a lot of love in your heart to give. Your heart is burning warm, and try and make it a priority to not be so stressed and to maybe show a little more love to the people around you who may be fighting against you or not showing you much. Those are the people that you love that are in your heart and home that you need to go out of your way right now at this time to give extra love to. And you got, I know myself deeply and define myself worthy. The eclipse. Covina, and then it's Jack in the Box, Johnny.
Okay, Covina, I chose for you the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, and you chose card 11, which happened to be, these are such beautiful cards, the card of listening. Got a very vintagely dressed woman there sitting out in the woods, just taking it all in. Looks like there's some woodland life around her there. Let's see what number 11 says. Listening. A solitary winged maiden reclines in the canopy of a woodland glade. Her resplendent wings turn inward as she purposely takes time to engage in listening to the songs of her feathered friends, the birds. In this modern age, more and more emphasis is placed on the role of speaking out, but few people take time to truly give of themselves by practicing the very forgotten art of listening to one another. Boy, isn't that the truth? The deeper implication means we have forgotten how to listen to ourselves, the wisdom which comes from our heart and our connection to nature. Continues on here. An old Italian proverb says, "From listening comes wisdom." When we truly listen, we can learn a great deal. In times of crisis, we seek out wise people, those who, by the virtue of listening, have earned the right to be heard. In addition to listening to others, the intimate art develops a willingness to listen within, to the ever-present forces of the conscience of the soul, and to the voice of Mother Nature. There is no place for loneliness if we allow ourselves to truly listen to their wisdom. By drawing this card, the higher power urges you to be open, responsive, and present in your approach to life. By listening careful, you will not only gain new insight and perspective, but also bequeath others with one of the most precious gifts of all. And that's, giving them somebody that will listen to them. So, yeah, take time out and listen. That is indeed a lost art. I mean, how many people actually take the time to listen to anything, maybe music or something on YouTube? But just go outside, go out in nature and just sit and listen, reflect, see what you hear, and then see what you hear inside you. I think it'll amaze you. Govina, I hope that card resonates within you. I consider it a very good card. Thank you for letting me read for you.
Steve, you're so sweet. Stop being so sweet. You're giving me diabetes. You're making me look bad. That's why people don't like me, because they're like, actually, I've had a lot of love lately, though. I'm not complaining. But that's why people don't like me, because compared to Steve, I'm like this, I have this resting bitch face.
Well, compared to Steve, of course. But
all right.
I'm just Johnny, a nice guy. What can I say?
I'm nice too. I'm working on my nice. I'm nice to you guys. I'm nice
Sometimes.
most of the time. Oh, me and
Most.
Steve go at it. Forget it. But it's all love. We just,
Yeah.
I'm a woman. We're in this kind of relationship here, and I get catty. Okay. I'm eating fried okra to cool off. I never heard of that. I don't know. I know, isn't okra a vegetable?
What did you call it? Okra.
I'm saying okra because I don't know how to say it, so I'm saying both.
Fried
And
okra is one of the best things in the world. You roll it in cornmeal, deep fried. Oh my God, so good. If you want to act a little modern, you can put ranch dressing on it, but it's good just by itself. That's a Southern delicacy.
Oh, Dragons W says, Gemma Jade, thanks for the great stories today. No, thank you. That was an amazing encounter that you had with the Holy Spirit. I told you, I'm like jealous. I'm waiting to hear your hospital stories. I know you sent some of them. I'm going to check Gemma Jade YT because it's back up and running. Don't send emails there, though, because everything going to paranormal is great. But Dragons, if I can find those old emails, I'm going to be very excited. He has a hard time typing long stories, I thought it said orca.
Yeah,
ooh, fried orca, yummy.
Fried orca, just like Grandma used to make.
Johnny, I'm just going to pull the first card on the top of the deck. Hey, Todd. There's always good stuff throughout the whole thing. Ooh. You got me. No, you got card number 32, which is the Hunter. There is a belief that in order to have what it is we feel we need or want or desire or are told we must have, we must track it, hunt it, and sometimes kill it. For the hunter does not simply follow and make a friend of the creature it wishes to have. It must kill it in order to be satisfied. This is a dark card. There is a part of you that feels this falsehood, that in order to become something, there must be a death of which you will be the cause. That there is competition and need, and that you can only have what you long for if someone else can no longer have it. Wow, this sounds really familiar, Johnny. And we have come to you to say that even we, who are the unnatural world's greatest hunters, the vampires, need not kill. There is always a way to find what we need without taking it from someone else. There is within you now an urge to win in a competition where you feel there may be only one survivor. But there are other ways through the goal you desire. You can find what it is you need deep within. And there is also truth in the word hunter. For you to live each day, something must die, be it for the food on your table or the produce that has become your walls and the home you live in. Energy has given up one form and become another. Everything transforms. But for that which you seek now, the hunt needs to go within. The chase must be of that part of your character which, when hunted down and integrated, will give you what you lack in order to create what you need. You need to become the hunter of the hidden parts of your own self, of the courage you feel you lack, of the opportunity you believe you have not been given. For you breathe, do you not? And as you breathe, a part of you is the hunter and must take action to obtain what it is you long for. No one else will do this for you. This task is yours alone, human. The blessing is, it is natural and wise to allow the part of you that is active and strong and forceful to have expression. It is time to actively seek that which you want. See how far your strength can take you. The curse, there is always the potential that the hunter can become ruthless. You can maintain discipline by focusing on what it is you seek and refuse to be distracted by the pursuit of power for power's sake. It is time to establish how you obtain what it is you want. You must not ask another to go after it. And while the hunt will take place on the outside, it will also take place on the inside. You must find that part of you within that has the courage to chase what you would make yours and to be honest about it. So what I get intuitively is looking inside, like what you're hunting, what you really want, what you think you can't live without, right? Look inside and see why you really want it. Is it something that you really, really want? Is it worth the energy that is being consumed? Is it worth your time, your effort? Or are you just going after it for, are you hunting for hunting's sake? Or are you hunting because you actually need something? And this card asks you to look inside and to make sure that you're not possibly going to kill something or use up energy for no reason at all. Andrew at Gnomes Trucking Express, if you tell me which video, I will put it in. I usually don't put comment ones in my listener encounters because they're hard for me to find, but I'll screenshot it. And your moon card is, I am ready for something bigger, better, and brighter. The waning crescent 4. And yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You got me, bro.
Blue Crossroads, indeed I do. And it makes you seek out places that have Southern comfort food. In the Woodstock neighborhood of Portland, there's a restaurant called Delta. that's got fried okra. They've got barbecue. They've got cornbread, collard greens, all kinds of good stuff. You can get RC in a mason jar for your drink if you want. And there's a couple other little places like that. There's another place called the Screen Door. Uh, that's farther up. I can't remember what area that's in up there, but it does make you seek out Southern foods. When I lived in Las Vegas, there was a restaurant. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was a soul food restaurant from people there were from Mississippi, and they had some of the best meatloaf, mashed potatoes, stuff that were staples down south that is hard to find out here.
I want to say welcome to Layla and Gaz. I didn't get to welcome you
Yeah, hey there.
guys.
Spaceship. Well, there's the dragon thing behind me there. The rest of that's my microphone, and the way I've got it hooked up here and my headphones, it does kind of look like spaceship. Now, slow
I
motion says I wouldn't eat anything that might be smarter than me. Hopefully, we're not still talking about okra.
think you meant orca.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I am going to be trying really hard to set up this freaking green screen on Sunday. I am in a tiny corner. I can barely move. So what I'm going to do, because I can't have my office yet, is just move where I have like the large wall. I put myself in this tiny little corner thinking it was temporary. Okay, so Steve, you're doing Talana St. Germain, and next will be Daryl Fawcett. Be kind. If you're here and you're ready, we can throw you in there. Just let me know. So Talana St. Germain is for Steve. And Daryl Fawcett, pick your deck and number. I am watching. Dragons, did you want a reading tonight?
Talana, pick a deck. I've got Conjure cards. I've got Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I've got Dark Goddess, Victoria Francis Gothic Oracle, Magic of You, Dark Mirror, and I think that's all I've got laid out here right now. If you don't like any of those, I can find something else for you.
Guys, I also have the Wisdom of the House of Night that I used last week and the Shapeshifter one. I know it's a lot of choice. I know it's getting crazy, but I promise you there's more to come because I order 2 decks every month when I get paid. So it's 2 decks a month, sometimes 3. I'm thinking of ordering that Vintage Wisdom. It's just so beautiful.
Now, Dev Bradley, there were Hush Puppy shoes here too, but in Southern vernacular, Hush Puppy is like cornbread dough with chopped onions and things in it, and then you deep fry that. Makes like a little ball of fried dough, and they serve that with usually with fish.
I was going to say, we get it at Arthur Treacher's. Yeah, dragons, no problem. I'll pass. Mom, I just want to say, if you're still listening, this Angels and Ancestors Oracle card, I want to bring the guidebook when I come next week because I want you to look through it. The tattoo that I'm going to get, the Native woman, I think I'm going to get it from this deck. So you got to pick it because it's going to say Mom underneath. Okay, be kind. It's going to be Talania for Steve, and I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm not. Daryl with me, and then you're going to be kind with Steve, if that's okay with you. If not, he won't be offended. Who just said you can pick whatever? Melissa Nicole. Okay. I have Melissa H here, but I think I meant to write Melissa N because Melissa H is not here.
Melissa H. Nicole.
Okay, so we're waiting on Talani St. Germain. I'm making a pot roast, mashed potatoes, biscuits, and vegetables. Oh my God. No,
I'm
you
coming
don't.
for dinner, Mom.
No, you don't understand. You don't understand. The woman is magic. The pot roast, you can literally just touch it with a fork and it just falls apart like butter. Oh my God, Mom. Thank you so much. That's my favorite. I can cook
an extra plate, Mom.
I can cook everything my mother makes perfectly. She taught me how to cook everything. The only thing I can't do is the pot roast. I have to cook it for 12 hours on low in the crock pot, and it still doesn't come up. Nick, I like food.
I've never had orca. Now I've had shark, which was surprisingly good. I thought it'd be real tough and fishy. It reminded me of like crab claws or something like that. It was that texture, that color, and so good. Didn't taste fishy at all.
Okay, so Talania isn't here right now. And gravy anytime, Steve. Yeah. I already told him what you said, Mom. So we're going to move on. Talania, I'll circle you. I don't know if there's a lag. We will come right back to you as soon as you get here. So, Steve, if you can do be kind if you want to put unsure what decks you have, anything with fairies.
Let's see. I've got Magic of You. I've got Gothic Oracle. I've got
Daryl, what number, babe?
Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I don't really. I've
got the fermented shark fin.
I've got the Forest Fae. It's more of a short reading. If you like one of those, you want a Forest Fae. That's got fairies in it. I don't think I've got
Number 8.
Got
I
some
mean,
fairy decks, but they're not.
my shapeshifter deck has fairies, but it's not like what I think she's thinking, where like the images.
Hang on a second here. I dropped the book.
Oracles of Shadow and Light have all fairies. Steve, you have that one, right? Oh, she said that one, please. I think
the Forest Fae. Some of these decks have fairies in them. Some of them don't.
Yeah, Shadows and Light and Shapeshifters I have. They have fairies.
And number 5. No, wait, that's Daryl Fawcett. Number 8 for Be Kind.
I got you, Daryl.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Vintage Wisdom, she said.
And she wants Vintage Wisdom.
That would be better because that's actually a card.
And because these Forest Fae things, they're just like little sayings and little reflections and stuff. It's not much of a reading on those, although they are fun. Vintage Wisdom, and you said card number. I just saw it.
8.
8. Okay. Give them a quick shuffle here.
Blue Heron, I love that you say super duper. I say that too. People make fun of me. I'm actually going to put it on merch, super duper. And people are always like, where does that come from? Like, I think it's a Jersey thing. I don't know, because nobody said that since like the 80s, but I say it. Crocodile is nice eating.
It's usually being facetious, though. Wow, that's super duper, meaning, it's not super at all.
Not me. I'm always like, you guys hear me in my videos, I'm always like, she was super duper smart, or that was super duper cool. I'm not being facetious. I'm being serious. Guys, I have Oracles of Shadow and Light, the Enchanted Fairy Tale Oracle, Shapeshifter, and Wisdom of House of Night as well. And
the 8th card from the Vintage Oracle deck, you got the card of Transition. Dun, dun, dun. See this? These are beautiful. I really wish I had the card cam set up tonight just so you could see the incredible artwork on these cards. I'll have it next week. I said that last week, but
oh wow,
that is the card Transition. Let me look that up in the handy dandy, the super duper guidebook here.
Guys, just so you know, I don't have the link, but the Lazarus Project started a YouTube channel, and I went on there, and he was talking about time travel, and he's going to do more on time travel, and actually gave me the idea to talk about Al and Daryl Bialek. Go ahead, Steve. I'm sorry. So, Lazarus, if you can find your link, you could drop it in there. Sorry, he's got 30 subscribers. Let's get him to his 100, maybe.
Go for it. Okay, now you're reading. Transition. A Gothic stone portal marks the boundary between two distinct worlds. Standing off to one side, an etheric crowned figure has lowered her bow as she gazes into the distance. Had my thumb over the word. Her wings, though gossamer in appearance, are strong enough to carry her effortlessly into the sky beyond. Pay careful attention to that. She senses no danger and is peaceful in the knowledge that everything in life has a natural cycle, with many beginnings and many endings. Clusters of roses and forget-me-nots, symbols of enduring love, hope, and remembrance, surround the scene. The presence of this card indicates change, a transition between two chapters of life. Inevitable endings and new beginnings, and the integration of a more expanded cycle involve letting go of the past to make way for new growth and transformation. Whether challenging or welcome, the open door of transition is inescapable. This card invites you to trust in the greater plan and move forward in the spirit of love and hope. Be honest about old ways of life that no longer serve your highest potential, and concentrate on what you need to be balanced, vitalized, and connected to your spiritual center. That's a great card. And I love that line about your wings, though gossamer in appearance, are strong enough to carry you effortlessly into the sky beyond. You're already equipped with what you need to get you there. You've just got to believe. And I see that as a good card. Change is always a good thing. Sometimes change can be for the worse, but usually it's for the better. And it will be for the better in the long run because, change brings about new things, new ideas, new circumstances. So hopefully that spoke to you there. Be kind. Thank you for letting me read for you. Hopefully it resonates something within you.
Good night, dearest. Thank you for coming in. I love you. I'll talk to you on Sunday, and I will see you next weekend. I'm so excited. Tell G and D I said hi, and I love them. Laura goes, I need to look this guy up now because Nick said, you said handy dandy and your name is Steve. And I was like, I didn't even catch that. I'm like, did anyone see Josh from the new Blue Clues and You show? RJ's like, Mommy, but I want to sleep with Josh tonight. And I'm like, me too, son. Me too. My grandson says he can run super duper fast. Yesterday I got out of the shower and RJ's like, Mommy, I can do a loop-de-loop. And I'm looking and he's doing flips on my bed. I'm like, no, you're going to break your neck. But that is a loop-de-loop apparently is a flip. All right. Daryl Fawcett. Halloween deck card number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Be kind. I love to hear things like that. It's not me so much as it is the cards and my mind and your mind connecting and putting whatever kind of mojo on those cards to make the right one pop out.
Isn't that amazing when that happens? It's very serendipitous.
Indeed. Everything is copacetic. I'm going to step away for just a moment, folks. I'll be right back.
Don't worry, I got you. Melissa Nicole says, Steve from old Blues Clues was a cutie to me. Yeah, you know the reason he quit Blues Clues? I mean, he's on Blues Clues and You. He plays Josh's cousin. But thank you, everyone, for being so kind to my mom. That's my baby. I've heard of a loop-de-loop Lazarus Project, but not, it's called a flip, you know? But it's funny because he watched the Paw Patrol movie and Mayor Humdinger put the loop-de-loop in the subway station and got everyone stuck, whatever. But Melissa Nicole, Steve from Blue's Clues actually quit. There was a rumor he died of like a heroin overdose. But what actually happened was he didn't want to go bald on TV and he was old. So he didn't want to go for any more seasons because he was losing his hair and people were noticing and he was getting embarrassed. All right.
I just want to interject. He did play a heroin addict on like a cop show.
Probably why people
who got killed. And that's where there was a rumor that he was a heroin addict and that he died. And that's where it came from. He was like an extra on some show, and he played a heroin addict who got killed. So there you go.
Melissa Nicole, yes, and he wanted to do music, but he was going balls.
Be right back.
So, what's his name? Donovan? I don't know. Oh, Joe. That's his name in the show. Joe runs the present shop now in the Blues Clues and You, and Steve does something there. I don't remember what he does. It could be the music shop. I'm not sure. Okay, so Daryl Fawcett, sorry about that. But everyone, yeah, look up Josh from Blues Clues and You. Wow. Dawn, the light after the darkness. After the darkest times, the sun will always rise. The dawn will always come. This can be no surprise. Whilst midnight is often thought of as a magical hour, throughout time, dawn has also had its share of the mystical. All manner of magical beings had to return to their true forms by dawn, werewolves, for example, and vampires could only be active whilst the rays of the sun did not pierce the sky. Dawn and deities of dawn heralded both hope and new life. Goddesses such as Eostri and gods like Helios and Apollo were those who brought new life and the dawn's light to the world. The journey from the darkest night of the soul to a bright and hopeful dawn is one of the deepest and most powerful heroes' path, repeated over and over in mythology. Should you receive the dawn card, you are being reminded that there is always a fresh start and a new beginning to be had. Change is unstoppable, and even the most difficult times will pass, no matter how devastating they may seem. Hope is one of the most powerful motivating forces in the universe, and it's being indicated here. So whatever you're going through, Daryl, know that you have the strength within you. Again, stepping into your own power, you have protection. You're protected by your angels. You're protected by your ancestors, by your guides. You're protected by higher forces, right? No matter what you believe in, there's always a higher power. And if you don't believe in a higher power, you believe in self. So there's always power there that you can step into and tap into when you're going through things. Always try to keep hope. Remember that after every storm, there is a rainbow. I've been getting that a lot lately for my own intuition, from Jesus telling me that. And I'm telling it to you. So whatever you're going through, know that this too shall pass. And you're going to make it through, just like the wise old owl. And you're going to come through. See the owl there? You're going to come through smarter and wiser and knowing yourself better to prevent whatever is going on from happening again next time. That owl is a symbol not only of hope, but of strength, of courage, and of learning, your soul gaining knowledge from whatever you're going through. Okay, so next we have Jeanette. Jeanette, would you like me to read for you, or Mike J, what's going on? People say literally anything. Melissa Nicole. Okay, so pick a deck. The ones I haven't used that are Enchanted Oracle and Shadows of Light, Shapeshifter, Wisdom of the House of Night. I have like 10 decks here. Angels and Ancestors, Halloween, Vampires, like I said, Shapeshifters, Wisdom of Night, House of Night, Shadows and Light. Enchanted Oracle is the Fairy Tale Oracle, and Vampires So Steve's not here, so I'm going to do it. So if you want to pick a deck and a number, baby. And after Jeanette, we have Bruce, who's going to be read by Steve. And then Melissa, Shapeshifter. All right, cool. Let's crack it open for Jeanette. And what number would you like, sweetie? I really like this deck. I'm most comfortable with this deck in the Halloween deck. Number 25. All right, set your intention, babe. Oh, Daryl, I didn't pull a moon card for you. Let me do that. I explore my wildness and dance in pleasure. The moon god Dionysus. That's for you, Daryl. Awesome. Daryl, thank you. We love hearing that. Nick, you're leaving? All right. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't forget to send me my funny meme in the morning through text because I look forward to that. Daryl says, wow, have been down lately. Kind of a hopeless and useless feeling. Hard to explain. Great card. Seriously, it couldn't have been better. All right. So you said number 25. Shapeshifter. I can't. You guys, I cannot. Okay. Oh, geez. Cards are jumping out. There's a major energy, Jeanette, coming through these cards for you. Wow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And we have card number 25. Oh. You got the card of my friend Louie. Your imaginary friend. Childhood treasures resurface. This fascinating, quirky familiar asks you to pay attention to all the beautiful treasures buried in your memory, suffocating in old chests and stuffed away in drawers. It is time to rediscover something discarded. When you reclaim it and its worth, you can keep it, share it, give it away, or recreate something from it. But you must touch it, feel it, and know it again. This darling imaginary friend reminds you that childhood friends and treasures know your ancient history. Reconnecting with them can reawaken potentials you have shut down for some time. Your talents and imaginings of your younger days can be revisited and even restored. Such jewels and wonders await you, and they are all in the mementos of your past. Your imaginary friend does not wish you to wallow or stagnate in the past, but to bring something that is well worth receiving into the present moment. Do this, and you will receive so many messages of shared joy and happiness. You will feel so blessed and delighted to have claimed your own very sacred everyday history. You have with you some very important mementos, treasures, and keepsakes, all of which are powerful talismans and totems of protection. It is time to take them out of their boxes, retrieve them from behind the wardrobe, or bring them down from the attic. Find the lovely old toys, clean them, smile over them, and feel all the energy that was poured into them so very long ago. Even if it is the tiniest scrap of something, a fragment of a photo, it holds so much power and energy, and it will show you both how far you've come and how much closer you are to being your true self. All powerful ones, I'm trying to hold it by the camera, but it's like iffy. All powerful ones who shapeshift and change have a talisman, treasure, or touchstone that reminds them of who they are in a very essential way. It is time for you to seek out this most valuable heart's treasure, to reconnect with it and feel the beautiful power of once again remembering who you are and all your complexity and fragmented, perfectly imperfect beauty. Good night, slow motion. A childhood friend from long ago will return. She knows your history. Surround yourself with the comforts of childhood. Others may look at you, your reclaimed treasure, and say, what is that old thing? Don't trouble yourself. The truth is they too have a, quote, old thing that may seem obsolete and sentimental to another. If they have become so distant from their treasures, time will bring them back to understanding and recognizing their value once again, or not. It's not your concern whether others understand or not. Keep only your treasures close. So we don't assign gender to the cards, just like in tarot. So a childhood friend, it could be a male childhood friend that's coming in. I got to tell you guys a scary story about my friend Louie. But Jeanette, I think what this is saying is a childhood friend's going to come in, revisit your past. Don't throw things away. Remember that if you have I have a ring that I've had since I was like 15 and I wore it a lot. And there's power in that ring. There's energy in that ring that I put into it. My 15-year-old self that can take me back. don't wallow and stagnate like the card said, but don't feel too grown to have fun. That's what I'm getting intuitively. Don't feel too grown to have fun. Don't feel like all work and no play make Jeanette a dull girl. Go out, have fun. You can be responsible and also get your work done. You need to have fun. You need to breathe some life back into your life, and look out for old friends coming back into your life. Go out, have fun. Don't discard them simply because they're not a part of your life anymore. They could end up being a very important part of your future. And again, you can use them to see how far you've come and also how far you have to go. Yeah, let your child self shine. Let your inner child shine, Jeanette. And your moon card says, I see the gateway is open and the pathway is clear. My journey begins. Waxing crescent, number 6. So let me tell you about my friend Louie. And I'm so sad my mom left. Well, maybe not, because she might never take RJ for the night again. First of all, when he was there last time, he woke up at 3 a.m, pointed to the wall and said, "What's that, Grandma?" And she was like, "Just go back to sleep." Yeah, let your freak flag fly. Be like a child at heart. Yes. So, all right. The other night, it was 3 nights ago. Yeah, 3 nights ago, I got up in the middle of the night. Now, I never let RJ have milk after he brushes his teeth, but if he gets up in the middle of the night, he's a milk baby. When he wakes up in the morning, he's 3 years old, but he wants a cup of milk before anything. So he woke me up between 2 and 3. I think it was more closer to 3 for a cup of milk. So I said, "Okay, baby." And I went downstairs to get it by myself. As I walked into the living room, so when I go out my master bedroom, there's a little hallway, a stairway. You go into the den, and then you walk into the living room, which is connected to the dining room and kitchen and the bathroom. I walk into the living room, and there's this dinosaur toy that sings, "I'm a hungry dinosaur," and you put little food in its mouth. And I'm looking at it because behind it, something is playing music. And I was like, "Okay, just stop." The music stopped. When I went to go get the milk, I came back in. The dinosaur was turned facing the other way. So I have one wall of my living room is all mirrors. That's just how my house was built. I don't know why. So I was afraid to look in the mirror. I ran upstairs. I didn't say anything about it to Ray because he wouldn't believe me anyway. And obviously I don't tell RJ that I was scared in the middle of the night. So last night I went to get RJ his cup of milk in the middle of the night, and he was laughing. And I said, "What are you laughing at?" And he's like, "My friend Louie said he scared you. He turned that dinosaur around. He was looking at you in the mirror, but you didn't see him." Yeah, man. It was so flippin' scary. Not even funny. Okay, so Bruce H wants number 24 and the whispering. I just wrote down whispering, Steve, Bruce H 24. Melissa, you're next. And I know you want any and any, so that'll be, I'm going to pick one for you. And then Travis, you'll be with Steve. I already got your stuff. And then Shauna for Blue Crossroads, I'm going to be reading her if you want to pick a deck and a number or have me pick it for you.
What number in Whispering Woods?
24.
24. These aren't the same as the Oracle cards. This is more of a reflection type thing, but we'll certainly do that for you. 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, and 24. Let's see what you got here, buddy. And of course, it's too dark for me to read it, and I've got that light turned all the way up over there. Okay, the Whispering Woods card for you. Resilient. Stay as strong as evergreen trees. If you notice those evergreens, they keep their greenery on them year round. And big strong winds come along, the trees just bend with the wind. Kind of like, be the water, bend with the wind. Be resilient. Hopefully that's a word that you needed to hear, or you may need to hear it coming up pretty soon. Reflect on that. Reflect on your own resilience and what that means to you, how you can be more resilient, how you may have been resilient in the past, and it will serve you well. Hopefully that resonates with you. Thank you for letting me read for you. So not much of a reading on those smaller cards like that, but sometimes just that one word is all you
everyone
need.
Gets the message they're supposed to get here. I am convinced of that. No matter how things turn out, I believe that everyone gets the message they're supposed to.
Indeed.
Melissa, I'm doing the oracles of shadow and light. So like I said, Steve, next is Travis. He wants a random deck and number 8, and then Shona with Halloween, and I'll have to look again at that number. So, Melissa, this is for you. And I'm getting number 17, so that's what we're going to go with here. Let me give it one quick shuffle. Trying to move along a little faster, but we have plenty of time because we've got like 10 more people. All right, number 17. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I love this deck because of the fairies. I want to get a tattoo of one of these fairies. I'm telling you guys. You got a clockwork pumpkin. A wonderful idea. The aha moment. Card number 39. They have the lotus fairy in here. It's beautiful. So, Melissa, notice the bright bulb inside this clockwork pumpkin. You are about to have an amazing moment, a brilliant insight, and a very illuminating idea. Action must be taken immediately while the idea is fresh and new. No more procrastination. Follow the aha moment with action and watch amazing change in the form of abundance, creativity, and satisfaction take place in your life. The clockwork pumpkin speaks. I may look a strange muse, a clockwork pumpkin accompanied by a beautiful girl, but have no doubt I am the new idea, the epiphany, the moment of clarity. When the seeming chaos of life suddenly rearranges itself into a brilliant opportunity, you are about to be presented with such a golden idea that I want you to be ready. It may come from within you or it may come from outside of you, but you have drawn it to you with the power of attraction and manifestation, and it's an idea that will bring you great riches of the body, mind, and spirit. It is time to activate your own brilliant abilities and become the abundant, enriched being you were born to be. We are so pleased we have found you. We have waited for exactly the right being to take on this idea and bring it to life within the world. It has evolved out of a time, out of space, and is perfect for you. It may be a song, a project, a new job, a relationship. Its form is fluid, but the time is now, and you are the person chosen to bring it through. I'm trying to keep it right on the camera there, but cosmic duty it may be, but joy and love will bring, as well as abundance and true happiness. One of those aha moments is about to happen when you are paid a visit by pure spirit of inspiration who is delivering an incredible gift. You will be given an idea and vision and epiphany. Its source is the divine realm of heavenly ideas, and its time is now, and you are being chosen to bring it to life. It will work beautifully as long as you put the steps in place one after the other, almost like clockwork. Despite the mechanical imagery, there is no mechanical idea, although it will no doubt be very inventive and it could concern a brilliant solution to a mechanical problem. It is sparkling, pure genius. Never forget that Thomas Edison dreamed the light bulb, so please don't doubt your intuitive self when it becomes the delivery system for this wonderful innovation that you are in charge of. So, I mean, this is pretty obvious. Something is going to come to you to better your life, whether it be a relationship, a new job offer, a new business idea, a new friendship, a new partnership, whatever it may be. Trust in your intuition, trust in your gut instinct. If it's not an actual thing, in case it's not, I mean, the card is pretty clear, but I'm getting intuitively that you're going to be putting something together. Something is going to be revealed to you in a dream or in a moment of clarity, something that you're unsure about. I'm trying to find where the camera splits here so I can show you the card because I'm putting it up to the camera, but it's still only halfway there. Something is going to come to you, a moment of clarity in a dream. There it is. Or through just sitting there, maybe meditation, yoga. And yeah, my mind, I'm not calling you out because my mind is procrastinators meeting postponed all the time, like postponed indefinitely, Melissa Nicole. And that's saying like, you need to stop doing that. If you already have come to an idea, if you want to say, start a YouTube channel, if you want to, you know, start a business of some kind, if you want someone to be in a relationship with you, now is the time to act. If you procrastinate, the universe might not give you another chance or another offer like this for a really long time, but you have to be the one to take action. This is definitely an action card. And the universe wants you to act now. They're telling you, if you act now, we have got your back. And your moon card, this is actually really pretty imagery too. I have a balanced relationship with time and I use it well. Moon god, man. No procrastinating, Melissa. I mean, if this isn't enough, I don't know what will be, girl.
That's a hit and a half for your ASS right there, Melissa. You know,
yes.
You and I have talked about this stuff. You've got all these golden opportunities just waiting for you to pluck them. Now or never.
Daryl Fawcett. I'm sorry, Steve. Go ahead.
I was just going to say Daryl Fawcett said he wondered about the history.
I was going to say
3 a.m. being the witching hour. Now in the deep south, it's midnight, but it's actually any time between midnight and about 3 a.m. Well, just like there's times of the year when the veil's thinner, like in the fall, in the autumn, around Halloween. There are times of the night when the veil is thinner than other times of the night, and that's where the witching hour comes in. People that practitioners of the old crafts, the old ways and stuff, they found it most desirable to do their workings between midnight and 3 a.m. to get the most desired effect, and that also usually involves the moon to some degree.
For us Christians, it's actually the exact opposite time of when Jesus Christ was crucified. That 3 a.m. Between 12 and 3, yes, is the witching hour. But when you're talking between 3 and 4, that is the exact kind of mockery of when Jesus Christ was crucified, which is why they say between 12 and 3 is the witching hour, good for like the paganism, the good witch, the Wicca stuff. But between 3 and 4 is when evil, the veil thins so much and evil comes out. It's something to do with mocking the crucifixion of Christ. I know that. So between 3 and 4, I don't mess around. Between 12 and 3, yes, you're right. The witching hour, Steve, 100% with you. But as far as between 3 and 4, I know that is because Jesus Christ was crucified at like 3:39, I believe, in the afternoon, something like that, or 3:33, something. So Travis, a random card and number 8. And then I'm going to do the Halloween deck for Shauna. Blue Crossroads, Can you tell me her number again, please?
I'll wait till you finish up there, then I'll get to Travis. I've got his card ready here.
No, go ahead. I'm just looking at the...
Travis, you got Faith. The random deck I picked for you was the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I don't have any really manly decks. Most of these have a very feminine energy to them. They will work for either one, but they seem to work for females better. Likewise, I tend to get a better, more accurate, more intuitive reading with females just because of that yin-yang there, but I can and do read for males all the time. You got the card of Faith. Beautiful card there. Looks like sort of bird, maybe a crow or a raven or something sitting behind a young Victorian girl there. Let's see what that one has to say for you. Just a moment here to get my light up here.
Good night, Layla and Gaz.
Good night, Lisa, Layla, Gaz, Dylan. Hope y'all sleep well. Because it's, time is it in the UK? Like 1 a.m.?
Late AF.
Yeah. Faith. This card illustrates the poetic words of the Indian poet and sage Rabindranath Tagore. Or Tagore, may just be Tagore, probably not a French pronunciation there, or Italian. Faith is the bird that feels the light and sings when the dawn is still dark. A small child wearing a traditional mourning veil stands in the foreground. She symbolically waits in the shadows for dawn to break with the promise of a new tomorrow. The leafy boughs frame the silhouette of a solitary songbird as it cheerfully pronounces the coming of the dawn. There are times when we too feel like we're in the shadows of unknowing, when our faith in the divine purpose has been shaken by suffering, sadness, and the fragility of our own humanness. Yet it's often these wake-up calls that initiate new growth and a willingness to seek out answers to the deeper meaning of life and the mysteries of our own divinity. Whether we see it or not, the coming force of divine love is fully operational every second of every day. Faith is the enduring ballast that connects us to the unseen and gifts our hearts with the eyes to see where our minds cannot. Many predicaments cause us to question our faith, leading to feelings of injustice and victimization when life does not always reward our best endeavors. The presence of this card beckons you to remember the bigger picture by exercising faith in the face of adversity. Reflect on times you have previously lacked faith and found precious gifts hidden within the obstacles. You may also notice how your faith was rewarded, even though you could not see it at the time. Hindsight can help unearth valuable lessons and show how the higher power is revealed to us because of life's challenges, not in spite of them. So again, have faith. Whatever you're working in there, whatever's going on, go forth and do it in faith, in good faith, and it'll come back to you manyfold. Hopefully that resonates within you, brings something back to you, something to think about anyway. Reconsider acts of faith. Thanks for letting me read for you, bud.
KC, awesome. Daughter just got here. We're making peach jam and pie filling. Send some of that to Jersey, girl. I'm always here for you. If you need me, you know how to get in touch. And that stands for most of you. Blue Crossroads, I'm just going to call Shauna my mom from now on. She's so sweet. I love when I can develop that personal relationship with people who used to be just subscribers, but now they're actually family. And it happens so, Steve, I don't know if you noticed this too. It just kind of flows. It just happens so naturally. Yep. To get so close to you guys. Seriously. Yeah, and I turned away and denounced my gifts. Something is pulling me back in, and I'm doing a lot of self-protection stuff. That happened to me as well when I became a born-again Christian after dimming my light my whole life because I was being made fun of and put down and told I was crazy and I was going to be locked up if I didn't stop seeing and hearing things that weren't there. I thought that this was witchcraft and witchery, but I realized there are Christian witches, and I believe that this was a gift, and that's why Steve and I chose to give it out, you know? Okay, Blue Crossroads, actually, Mama Shauna, Halloween deck number 11. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, that smell. Ancestors, the love and legacy of our DNA. I've never pulled this card before. First card of the deck. I walk in their footsteps, their wisdom inside me remains. I am unique, yet carry a legacy. Their blood runs through my veins. Whether or not we know our ancestors, we are the product of those who have lived before us, DNA-wise. Externally, we may have the body type of our father, our mother's eyes, our grandmother's nose, our great-grandfather's skin tone. On the inside, it gets even more interesting. We know now that we can inherit the way our body works, blood types, genetic disorders, even propensities for aspects of brain function like introversion, musicality, and mathematics. Many pagan paths associated with Halloween believe that we are born perfectly imperfect to be exactly what we are meant to be. This is the second time perfectly imperfect came up in a reading. What does this mean? It means that the gifts our ancestors have left us and the unique synergy of the combination of the physical, mental, and physical. It says a combination of the physical, mental, and physical that is created within us sets us up perfectly to achieve our ultimate purpose. Should the ancestor card bring itself to your attention, know that you are ready and able to ready and able to action your birthright of power. You have the support of those who came before you. There may be challenges or struggles, but you will have everything you need to overcome them and you will prevail. This is about spirit, your ancestors, your guides being with you, telling you pretty much almost the same thing as with Melissa. Now is the time to act. The universe is giving you an opportunity. You are protected. As long as you take the action and follow through. Look at this beautiful, beautiful tree. It has the DNA. I don't know if you guys can see that because my camera's a little off because it splits down the middle. But this right here in the middle is actually the DNA molecule. The double helix, that's what it's called. I read this book when I was bored about DNA. So that's the double helix, and it's going in kind of like the tree of life. So Shauna, I urge you, this card urges you, your ancestors, your spirit ancestors and guides are urging you through me, through us, through this card to follow your heart, trust your gut instinct, and whatever you need to take action on that you've been procrastinating, you need to make the move now. You will be protected spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. You are fully protected right now. So now is the time to act. You too, same thing. No more procrastination. Your moon card, it's a nice back too. I am curious about my true nature. I seek to understand myself. Waning Gibbous 1. Your true nature, your ancestry, your inside, your DNA. Maybe hit up 33andMe or Ancestry.com. I don't know. Maybe you want to get back to your roots. That's what I'm getting intuitively right now, Shauna, getting back to your roots. Maybe, spend some time in the outdoors, get back to nature. You are going to get an idea. You need to follow through with it because the universe is not going to offer you another opportunity like this for quite a while, if ever. Next, for Steve, we have Judy. Then it's going to be Stella, then Cookie, then Laura.
Okay, Judy, let me know what deck you'd like and a number, and I'll pull you one out. Dragon ZW, I look forward to reading that story. I'll put it in my next Listener Stories compilation, which I'm putting together right now.
Stella, if you want to let me know, please, your number and deck. Dev, I don't have you on. Oh, yes, I do. There you are. You're coming up, girl. We have like 8 people left. So anybody who wasn't called yet, you will be.
Judy, if you're still in the chat.
I haven't seen her. Have not seen her.
I didn't see her, period. I didn't know there was a Judy in here. So
she was here. Well, that's like Christina Bell was the first one in here, and then she never came back. Yeah, who's talking about the WEK? I am putting out a part 2 video on them really very soon. And don't worry, guys, I have a series on that as well. Talania said goodbye earlier very suddenly. I want to make sure that she's okay. I didn't know. I thought she was saying goodbye to someone else. So, all right, Judy is not answering. John Locke, 84. We just got an opening if you would like a reading. So we'll move on. You have Stella, Miss Stella. If you would.
Stella. I love that name. I had an Aunt Stella. Actually, it's my dad's aunt. Pick a deck and pick a number, and off we go. I've got Magic of You. I've got Dark Goddess. I've got Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I've got Victoria Francis Gothic Oracle. I've got Conjure cards. And what's this over here? Okay, that's the Dark or the Gothic Oracle. And if none of those sound like anything you want, I'll pick another one for you or let you know what else I have.
So, someone just said that they can watch anything except, Dev said she'll watch anything except BEK. And I've got to tell you, once I first heard about the BEK, I was so scared, but I did the opposite. I threw myself into research. I know it's been a while since my White-Eyed Kids video, but I actually have it right up here on a sticky note. It says WEK ASAP. So that is coming, guys, after I bring the Missing in the Fae to my channel. The White-Eyed Kids and the Staircases Part 2 are coming. Travis, you were not called yet. You are coming up, though. I have your name here. We have about 10 to 12 people left. And, Travis, yeah, didn't we read for you?
I think we read for Travis.
Yeah, you did a random and a number 8. We read for you.
We have to watch it again and back up, but you're in there.
Yeah, because you had already given me the deck and the number.
You got a good reading. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head, but it was a good one.
Dev, pick a deck as well, just so I know. Dev.
Okay, Stella's not responding either. Who's next on my list?
Your list. So we're moving to Aunt Edna because I'm going to do Cookie and Laura.
Okay, Aunt Edna, I know she's here, and I'm anxious to read for her. I've got a hankering to read for you, Aunt Edna. Pick a deck. I've got Vintage Wisdom Oracle, Dark Goddess, Conjure cards, the Gothic Oracle. You want the forest deck, the little tiny ones with the reflection on something to do in the woods? Okay. Tell you that's easy. If you're down south, you take off all your clothes and go out in the woods. Get back to nature. Okay, Edna, let's see what we got here. Pick a number. Excuse me. Hour, not the company. I didn't get a nap this afternoon.
I actually got one. RJ actually napped this afternoon for 2 whole hours because I caught him up the other night, guys. It was 2:30 in the morning. I must have fallen asleep because normally he sleeps in bed with me and I fell asleep and I usually turn the TV off because he falls asleep first. I must have fallen asleep first. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning. His little butt was awake and we watch my shows to go to sleep because otherwise he'll stay up all night watching cartoons. And I had on Investigation Discovery. This little son of a gun's watching the new Paw Patrol movie. I said, what are you doing? It's 2:30 in the morning. Oh, I didn't want to wake you up. I'm watching Paw Patrol. He's like 40. 3 going on 40. All right, Dev, I got you.
Okay, and Edna. Renew. Nature continuously renews itself year after year. What does that tell you? You should be renewing yourself too. Not necessarily year after year, but anytime you feel a flagging or a wanting or a longing, don't be afraid to renew yourself, rediscover yourself, reinvent yourself. You've got people, I mean, look at this is probably a bad example, but look at Madonna. She's been around since the 80s, but she constantly reinvents herself. She tries to stay relevant. Do something, I'm not saying become Madonna, but think of it in those terms. Do something new. Stretch out, reach, get outside of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to step outside the box every now and then and discover something new and unique and fun, something that you might enjoy. And likewise, there's time for rest and rebuilding. Think about that. Like we're supposed to rest on the 7th day. And a lot of people don't know this, but down south, a lot of the farmers will rotate their fields and they'll let one field rest every 7th year. So there's a lot of little things like that you can do to renew, rebuild, refresh. Discover something new. Look into a hobby that you've always wanted to try. Maybe something artistic. Painting, drawing, watercolor, writing. Have you ever written anything? I bet you've got some stories to tell. And they're right there with you. If you don't write them down, who's going to? There you go, Aunt Edna. That's what I got for you. Just a little bit of intuitiveness from that one word there, but hopefully that resonates with you. Thanks for letting me read for you, Aunt Edna. Love you.
Laura, are you still here? If you are, if you can give me a deck and a number, please. Cookie, get ready because you're coming up. Starlight. So it's Laura, Starlight, and Cookie. Yeah, Edna, keep sending them in.
Write a book. We'll all buy it. I can get you in front of my publisher. Worked for Gemma. She's about to be a published author. And everybody better buy at least 2 copies of her book when it comes out.
SDK, did you want a reading, hun? I don't remember if you said yes or no. So Laura Stevens, baby girl, you're up if you're still here.
Maybe 3 of your books. Buy 1 to read, 1 to give to a friend or relative, and 1 to donate to your local library.
I was so excited because my daughter, who's 12 and a half, was like, Mom, you are so cool. You have a YouTube channel, which she's not allowed to watch, by the way, or listen to. And then my son last night, Damien texted me, Mom, the cover is badass. That's badass. I was like, the cool mom. I still pinch his cheeks. The kid's cute. Okay. Random and number 7. Okay. Laura is not answering unless there's a delay. So I'm going to put her to the side. And Cookie, if you're ready, let's get it popping. SDK wants number 7 and random. So Starlight, get yourself ready, babe, if you're still here. When is Gemma's book coming out? I'm sending in the final edits tonight or tomorrow. And you can get a preview if you watch on Steve's channel, Missing Persons and Mysteries. The Missing in the Fae videos 1, 2, and 3 are actually a part of my book. Most of it. It's what my book's about. And
I recorded 4 this morning.
Yay.
That's about to come out. And then I've got 5 and 6 waiting in the wings.
Very cool. And 7's coming up because I'm also writing for my channel now, The Missing in the Fae, and I want to break it up a little bit, give you guys some, me some. We'll switch, go back and forth. But it should be out on Kindle hopefully in the end of September. And it should be, hopefully by Halloween, out on paperback. Something with fairies. So the Shadows and Light are the one that have mainly like the fairies. So that's really the most fairiest. Or actually the shapeshifters have... let's do Shadows and Light. They have fairies. Oh, thanks,
need
Deb.
more fairy decks, I think. I'm gonna order some more fairy decks.
Me too.
And I'm gonna get
Oh, geez.
trying to find some kind of masculine, manly deck.
I ordered a fairy deck, but it ended up being the Victorian Fairy Tarot. Go figure, it was Wish. They just randomly charged me for a deck after I didn't even press for them to because I had my credit card on file for some shirts I ordered 2 years ago, which never showed up. Okay, so Chris Jarvis, what was your number, sweetie? I'm sorry. Oh, Melissa Nicole, thank you. Yeah, Eliana, she is a beauty.
There are places where you can have your own custom decks made. We ought to do Oracle of the Cryptids or Shadow People Oracle, or
we should do all of it. Stemma, everything that we talk about on here. Laura Stevens. Oracle. Laura Stevens, I'm sorry, Steve. I keep interrupting you. I just want to let her know.
Cards of Ourselves. Laura is back again.
She's going to be next. SDK. My mom got stalked once out picking blackberries. Steve, I'm sorry. I just don't want to miss this. You should send one of us or both of us your story. We'll do it on listener encounters. All right, Chris, I got you. So we're going to do card number 18. That's the number that's coming to my head for you on the Oracle of Shadows and Lights. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, you got Strangely Lonely. Holding on way too tight. And it's card number 17. This sweet and defiant being holds fast to her Celtic cross, clutching her belief system because without it, she's not sure who she truly is. Perhaps it was given to her by a beloved. Perhaps it represents her family on a day-to-day basis. Oh, her soul family. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to start again. But perhaps it was given to her by a beloved. Perhaps it represents her family, a loved one, or aspects of her soul. But the reason she holds on so tight is that she is lonely and has yet to connect with her soul family on a day-to-day basis. There are times in your life when you too may be surrounded by people, even those who call you friends, but you still feel extremely lonely amid it all, as she does. You may feel like you need a barrier between yourself and the world, as she does, as I do as well. There is a sense that you feel too strongly your individuality and that you are lonely as she is too. Strangely lonely speaks to you. You are holding so tightly to something that it is proving to be a barrier between you and others, which is why you feel so alone at times. At present, you may need to open up just a little and admit that you crave like-minded people around you. This does not mean people who do the same things for a living as you. It means people who speak to your soul. You're craving metaphysical and mysterious discussions, and you've got some questions that truly need answers or at least exploration. It's time to consult oracles. The ones that we find when we seek out friends who tell us what they see, not what they think we wish to hear. And what you are likely to hear is that you must let something go. One dilemma with living in a world you feel you must protect is that you fear other people intruding on it, disturbing the delicate balance. So you hold on tighter to whatever you have or whatever you feel makes you you. The truth is, your inner world is richer than most, and it's an imaginative paradise or hell, depending on your state of mind. When you receive this card, please let go just a little and notice how this gives you room to interact and engage with loving others, and this therefore helps you recreate your world anew. It is likely you will choose carefully who you allow in, but at least one person does need to be let in, and at least one security blanket needs to be shown the door just for the moment. I mean, pretty self explanatory. You've got to let people in. You have got to trust a little bit more, trust in yourself and your own power to discern the people that you let in. I'm also getting like be careful of who you let in, like use really good judgment when letting people in. There is someone who is trying to get in to break down your barriers, and you, although you're giving a little bit, you're not giving enough. This is really bothering me that I can't get it straight with the camera. Okay, there it goes. Just put it in front of the camera, Gemma. um there's someone who's trying to get in and you're slowly but surely letting them in, but this card is saying that you need to like let them in right away. And also I think coming here, spending time with us, and this isn't making it about me, is what the card's talking about as well. Your soul family, your people, your tribe. Find more, go more into research in depth with the things that you want to know about, and you'll find like-minded people and you don't have to be alone. And there is someone, like I said, that is trying to get in, that is a soul connection for you, and you need to let the walls down, let your guard down a little bit faster, and trust their cookie. And I teach people how to treat me. Waxing gibbous, number 3. This is pretty much treat others how you would like to be treated. You show people how you want to be treated by treating them the same way. Yeah, SDK, send them on in. Mike J, nice shoulder tattoo. Absolutely. So Laura, if you can give your, then it's going to be Starlight. If you guys want to get ready, and we have 3 or 4 more people after that. Starlight, if Laura, and Starlight, if you're still here, if you want to pick one of my decks and a number, please. You're very welcome. I need to use the little girl's room again. We're making good time. Laura, you still here, babe?
Who's up next for me? I can read them while you go potty.
But Laura just came back. Where'd she go? Up next for you is the Lazarus Project.
Lazarus, if you want to pick a card or pick a deck and pick a number, I'll read for you. I do have one deck that works pretty good for male energy. That is the Spirit Animal Oracle. I forgot about that one. I used it a lot at first and then just kind of put it over here and forgot about it. So we'll add that one in the mix. Now we got like 7 decks out here. Conjure cards, Dark Goddess, Vintage Wisdom Oracle, Magic of You, Dark Mirror, Spirit Animals, the Gothic Oracle, and I think there's, no, maybe that's it. I think that's all of them that are out here right now. Mike J. Indeed, they do. There's sometimes like I didn't read last night on Cassie's channel because I had a headache, but there was one time when I read over there for like 3 or 4 hours Tuesday night, and then came here and did like another 3 or 4 hours on Wednesday night, and I was so drained. And I had that happen years and years ago in the infancy of the internet. I was reading tarot cards on. Any of you old schoolers might remember IRC, Internet Relay Chat. It was just a typing interface. You just type back and forth, but you could make rooms, themed rooms, and people would come in. I had a room called Tarot, and people would come in and get readings. And I was doing, sometimes it seemed like 50, 75 readings a day. And I started having these dreams about, I was at the shore, and there was this giant blue black wave of water, and it was frozen. And it was 10 times taller than I was. And I'm thinking, that's just, as soon as that wave thaws, it's absolutely going to smack me down into the sand and just bury me there. And a friend of mine that also read, she said, "You're reading too much. That's telling you, that's your subconscious telling you that you're reading too much. You're giving out too much of your energy. And it's almost like it lessens your immune system to things, all things dark and weird and grim and gory and whatnot." Yeah, you remember IRC? That was back in the day. That's probably late 80s, early 90s. But
Um,
after I quit reading so many so often, I quit having those dreams and those feelings of not being replenished.
Sorry, Laura, we didn't see it. Gemma's back. Everyone, be good. Stop talking about me. Did you get to read or no? Because Laura's back. She said any. So,
Oh, I thought you were reading for her.
well, you were supposed to read Starlight while I was gone.
Yeah, but they never said anything back.
Okay, so
I was thinking I was reading for somebody even different.
no, you
I'll,
read.
I'll, I'll read
You
for Laura.
you read for Laura because I got Dev next.
Blue Heron. I did talk to Cassie earlier. She was going to join us tonight. She was at the grocery store, was going to rush home and come in and read with us, and then I never heard back from her. So she must have had something come up. Laura, you said pick a random deck and a random number. I feel like you need the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. You give these a shuffle, and I'll pick you a card. Laura, you and I have a good connection anyway, so you're easy for me to read for. And let's see what the cards, how they play into it. I like number 11 for you tonight. I never pick that number. I usually pick 13, but for some reason I was supposed to pick 11. 6, 7, 8. I just saw you in my mind's eye and a big number 11. And you got Card of Gratitude. Beautiful cards. I love these vintage graphics on there. Gratitude. And yeah, I don't have my card cam tonight, so let me see what this says about gratitude. Pick up the right book here. Freedom. Gratitude. Sorry about that. I was confused, or I would have already read for her. The image, or this image, portrays a winged deva posed behind a golden rose. A golden crown hovers above her head. In the language of flowers, pink roses are symbolic of joy and gratitude, a virtue that belongs in the realm of sacred emotion and sovereign status. It has been clinically proven that a thankful life is generally a happier life, and it's easy to forget we often receive a great deal more than we give. The gratitude card invites you to unearth the bounty of your daily life by remembering the many reasons to be grateful. It may be a favorable time to express thanks to a deserving soul who has helped you in some way, or simply as a signal to count your blessings. The continued practice of this alchemical virtue can animate forgiveness, heal the past, bring about a daily sense of wonderment and peace. From a cosmic perspective, to become unconditionally grateful for the adventure of life, with all its ups and downs, and regardless of outcomes, is to merge with the kingdom of God. Indeed. Now that's and you don't strike me as someone that would be ungrateful, but sometimes, no matter how grateful you are, maybe it's nice to just sit back and count your blessings. Like you said, think of all the things and all the people that just, are amazing to you and that mean something to you. and be doubly blessed. Not only do you have all these things that you're grateful for, but by thinking about them, then you're grateful all over again. So I think that's a good card for you, Laura. Hopefully, it resonates within you and gives you something to contemplate on. I'm not telling you just to shut up and be grateful, but that's you have that gift of gratitude, that spirit of gratitude. Revel
Sure
in it.
do. Thank you for the
So there we
headphones.
go. Hope that there you go. See, so hopefully, again, thanks for letting me read for you, Laura.
Hey, Tony the Rock fams, welcome. So Starlight didn't answer. So next I'm going to do Dev with the Angels and Ancestors deck. I didn't get to use my Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle tonight. We have 2 left after this if Stella and Starlight are not here. Oh, dropping cards. I dropped the She-Wolf.
Daryl asked, "Do you ever feel burned out doing so many readings in a short time?" I do. I feel the strain.
I mean, I feel the strain from it, but like I said, what it more is where, like I said, I literally I do channeling meditation before the stream and before all the readings I do. So when I go intuitive like that, it's very, very hard for me to shut down spirit and be like, no, I have to move on to the next message now because spirit has a lot to say, as you can tell. That's why I just really quickly, Sweetly Morbid Bear, you're already on there. I just really quickly. So that's what's draining for me. It is spiritually draining, but I love it. It's not something I regret or I'm like, oh man, there's so many. I mean, I can go for hours. I leave at 10 because I get until 11:30 to work and I also have to film. Sheila Loya, I have a gratitude journal and then it just moved on. I'm
Deb
sorry.
Bradley, you've got a good piece of wisdom right there. Jim, that journal that I gifted you with, it has a thing to write down all the stuff
I've been doing that. Yep. I actually just did August yesterday or 2 days ago. I did August's. That was a beautiful
Does that seem
journal.
to help? Do you get insight and things from that when you look back at a month at a time or several months at a time?
If I look back from where I started back in, I think it was March or February that you gave that to me. Yes, maybe even January. I think you gave that to me.
I think it was at the beginning of the year because I was saying you could start from the very beginning and go all year with it.
I think I started in December. I think it was a Christmas gift. But either way, like looking at how far I come, and also it has that wheel. And it says like from 1 to 10, where are you in your career, your finances, your friendships, your socializing, your relationship. And I go back and I look, like everything started as like all zeros. Now I'm at like mostly 9s. You know what I mean? To go back and see my progress. And also it asks you like what this month, did you have an issue with like emotionally blocking you? And then it'll say, what can you do next month? And then I can look at that and consciously think of those things. As I move forward. That journal is beautiful. I've showed it before. Maybe next week I'll pull it out. Football Cat, we're closing out, but we can do probably one more. So welcome back, Michael.
Deb Bradley
I'm
says,
doing
what if
Deb
you
right
woke
now.
up tomorrow with only the things you thanked God for yesterday? Food for thought.
I'd have RJ. Oh, and I pray over each meal.
Yesterday's dinner.
I was just going to say I'd have RJ and yesterday's
and
dinner.
Leftovers. I'd have Mulder and my daughter and leftover food.
Lotus Girl, quickly before I read Deb, I just want to address this. For me, recharging every single morning, no matter what, I take 15 minutes to do yoga, but I get up with the sun, sometimes beforehand, and I do an hour of written devotionals with my Bible. I meditate for a few minutes, I get a verse, I pray, and then I write down the verse, and I write down how it's affecting me. I have so many notebooks. I've been doing it for years. Even in my addiction, I was doing it. And grounding myself, Tony. I go outside in the dirt with bare feet and I imagine myself as a tree with my roots going all the way down from my feet into the earth. That's how I do that.
Yeah, I'm with this guy here. I do that every day. Go out and ground myself. Got my crystals. I smudge when I feel the need. Sea salt in the corners and on the windowsills. Make sure my iron is well placed to keep the fae away. And I've got a little hunk of obsidian that I wear around my neck that's got the evil eye carved into it to keep the evil eye away. And it's supposed to absorb negativity. You have to take that and smudge it and cleanse it every once in a while too.
So the Lazarus Project, I think we called you or we were about to call you, but no, you're right here. You were actually right underneath Dev. So
I read for Lazarus, didn't I?
I don't know because I have him here and then crossed out like he didn't answer. That's how I do that.
I could have sworn I read for Lazarus.
You know what? Let me look right here. I'll tell you on my other paper. Dev, I'm sorry we're holding up your reading, but
Maybe I'm mistaken.
I'll tell you right now.
Is that Ted Bundy's Volkswagen on your shirt? I've been meaning
Yeah,
to
I
ask
showed
you
it
that.
before. I was like, I've got it says want to ride on it.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I looked at to send you, but I didn't send that one. You
We
bought
did
that one
not read
yourself.
for Lazarus.
Okay.
I got this because you got me the other ones. And I was looking through, I was like, oh, I could order that stuff on Amazon. And then I found this one. Okay. Number 29. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We got you, Lazarus. No worries. You don't have to
Yeah,
look
you're
at it
next,
next time.
babe. Yeah, no, I must have just looked and then I was like, oh, I don't know what happened, but you are here, but you're crossed out like we called you. Don't worry about it. We have plenty of time. Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. Look at those wings. Stop looking outside of yourself, Dev, and recognize that you have incredible power within. Magic with a K is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. The Magic Guardian is a representation of the angel of magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She is the angel who swirls around shamans and wise ones when they are calling on the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will be healing and supportive of their path. She is the angel of all magic that is directed for the highest good of whoever is working with it. You are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all that you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being, but your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided to recognize now. We've been talking about this all night. Manifestation, stepping into your power, being grateful, acting as if, waking up in the morning and saying, this is going to be an amazing day. Starlight, we'll get to you. We did call you. So Dev, yeah, you have to recognize that the power is within yourself. Don't look to outside forces right now. Start manifesting, start acting as if, start walking around as if you have what it is that you want. It's totally and completely up to you. I'm going to plug my computer in a second. Just let me get your moon card. Life is conspiring for me. Last quarter moon. I can't believe how these are going together. And guys, I cannot see the chat. I'm going to try to fix it in a minute. This is the same thing as manifestation, don't you think? Life is conspiring for me. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, looks like we may be buffering on the YouTube side. Oh, there, it just went live again.
All right, cool. Lazarus, you, and then it'll be Starlight. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So I know you guys have been so patient. Thank you. Steve, if you want to read for Lazarus.
Okay, Lazarus, pick a deck and a number.
I want to use my Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. So whoever I read for, if you guys are interested in it, not forcing you. I think that's the only one I haven't used yet tonight.
Lazarus Project. Give me a deck and a number. Or if you want a random, we'll choose one. I'll choose something for you.
Good night, dragons. You know, it's funny. I only did 12 readings tonight. You know, I always say we do 12 to 15 every time, and that works for me. It's buffering, so give them a minute.
It worked out that way. Last week, I think we did 13 each.
This week, we're going to do 14 or 15. Yeah, I think it was last week and the week before. That first night, we did like 40 each. It was so, we could not do it. Lazarus, you can pick, Steve.
Okay, I'm going to pick the Vintage Wisdom Oracle for you.
I love that one.
And I'll just pick a number for you, too. Let's try, I see number 7. 4, 5, 6, and 7. And let's see what card you got. Balance. You got a Victorian ballerina there surrounded by all kinds of stuff going around there. These are so pretty, these cards. I love the artwork on here. Balance, balance, balance. Let's see what the little handy dandy super duper booklet here says about balance. 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 Get my light on here. Somebody's messaging me. Jackie Jenner. I haven't seen her around in a while, but she must be okay. She just sent me a message. Balance. Here stands a daintily poised ballerina. Although her balanced posture looks effortless, we do not see the many hours of discipline it took to cultivate such grace and poise. As she looks down at the hummingbird, her fragile wing-like arms fold reverently inward, while she hovers on the tips of her toes as if to afford a better view. The male and female hummingbirds represent the relationship between opposites, and their nest of illuminated golden eggs is the divine culmination of both. Continues here. From the moment we are born, we enter into the realm of opposites. We soon come to realize that finding an artful balance is not only a continual act of survival, but also an ongoing rite of passage, leading to a deeper, more refined understanding of ourselves and our relationships to other people and to life. Left unchecked, unconscious drives, attachments, and addictions can manifest as blind spots, making it hard to access our internal compass and navigate our attentions wisely. A healthy lifestyle involving exercise and a nutritious diet provides a good foundation from which to create a more balanced life. Loss of balance in any domain, be it physical, emotional, or spiritual, can lead to a loss of perspective, clarity, and ultimately our way. The presence of this card invites you into the stillness to address any area where the steadying hand of balance needs to be restored. Self-honesty and willingness to listen to your head and intuitive wisdom of your heart will help identify areas needing attention. As the author of your own script, if change needs to happen, you and you alone have the freedom to rewrite the storyline. To realize your dreams, don't be afraid to aim for the stars, but as Grandma used to say, don't be so heavenly bound that you are no earthly good. Well, that's some granny wisdom
I
right
like
there.
that.
I'm telling you. But yeah, again, what I see in that for you, strike a balance. Everything, in its time and in its place. You're on the right path. There may be some areas that need more attention than others, and striking that balance, finding that balance. That's a fine line. That talk about walking the razor's edge. Sometimes it's a fine line. That balancing act where you're on the high wire and you can tip and go over to one side or the other at any moment. But you've got the wherewithal and the what you need inside you to find that balance and see it through. So hopefully that resonates within you. Thank you for letting me read for you.
All right, Starlight, Wisdom of the House of Night. Now I've used every deck except the Enchanted Fairy Tale, so I'm excited about it. All right, we got I love this box, Wisdom of the House of Night. And Starlight, you chose number 5.
I think I've got those, but I've got like a tiny bootleg version of them.
I got the Alice in Wonderland bootleg, and I'm upset about it. So I'm going to actually order. But the regular one is, yes, John Locke, I got you. The regular one is
Oracles of Shadows and Light.
Like $32.
Yeah, this, I thought I was getting a good deal on it. It gets here, it's tiny. It's the size of a regular deck of playing cards. Whereas if you hold it up to these other cards, it's quite small.
Well, that's
and
like
it came
this
with
one.
no book. And there's a place I can go online and read the book. But maybe I'll do that sometime. But I want to get the real deck and not these. I got these on Wish. Don't ever order anything from Wish.
No.
I got them on time. They even bundled the shipping, so I didn't pay that much in shipping. But every single deck I got from Wish is these little bootleg decks.
Same here. I got the Alice in Wonderland.
Look at the Halloween Oracle. That's tiny.
And there's no book. That's the problem. I don't really care about the size, but it's the fact that
on the back there's
who has time for all that?
On the back there's a QR code, and most of the books are on if you go to that website that the QR code takes you to. So that wouldn't be bad to read them from the phone. But I feel bad because I've unknowingly ripped off the authors and illustrators of these decks, because these are indeed bootleg versions of actual beautiful decks. So somebody worked hard for these, and somebody in China ripped them off.
All right.
Don't want to get started on China. This ain't DP's channel.
I swear, I was just gonna say, anyone see DP lately? Because I watched like a 30-minute video and 20 or maybe a 40-minute video, and 25 minutes and 26 seconds was talking about China.
Yeah.
And Bathsheba, I am gonna look into that because I think that would be beautiful. All right, where am I at? Starlight, I got you. Sorry about the distraction, but I couldn't believe what he was talking about. He was talking about
so political
Chinese spies in America and coming out of Iraq and the Taliban for 25 minutes.
Well, he's touting it as a news channel now, that it's a news you can trust. And the other day, he even held up a piece of paper that he had printed out, like on a laser printer, that said,
he does that all the time. It's
news.
Like, dude, get some editing equipment.
And somebody was calling me to task because his video about the family that was found dead in the Sierra National Forest, his came out like 2 hours before ours. But what they don't know is we had that written and recorded like days before he talked about it. But we have actual production values. We recorded it professionally. We edited it. Bill put together a video for it. I think
your professional writer right here wrote it.
And it was a group effort where he just kind of prints something out on a piece of paper, holds it up in front of the camera,
right,
and then talks just off the top of his head. There's no entertainment value or production value there at all, if you ask me. And that's how he can come out with something within a couple of hours. And whatever, people.
All right, I'm just saying, I could not believe that I mean, I was like, okay, I haven't listened to him in a while. There's nothing new on MPNM. Let me check him out. I couldn't believe it. I actually made a comment. I said, Mr. P, what exactly are you talking about here? Because I'm 12 minutes in and I've heard nothing about the 3 missing people that you promised in the thumbnail. Okay, Starlight, you got card number 15, fragment. Sometimes it seems that life is split into so many parts, all of them separate and difficult to bring together. Family, friends, work, study, activities can all seem unrelated to each other. My child, you are always whole. Even if at times things feel separate and fragmented, that is only an illusion. Choosing this card reminds you that all the moving parts of your life are important. If the one you're asking about seems confusing, focus on the one that brings you clarity. Be here now and know that I, Nyx, love you and see you as beautiful and whole, regardless of how disconnected things seem. Also, remember to take a step back when you're trying to understand something. You may be looking at only one piece of a giant puzzle, a fragment of the truth. See the big picture through my eyes, and no matter what, all is well. So definitely some grounding meditation needed here, Starlight. You are looking for the truth in something. You're feeling perhaps feeling very overwhelmed, maybe very chaotic. If not physically, then in your mental energies, or maybe your spirituality, somewhere in your life, there is chaos. I also feel fragmented pieces, as in when we go through abuses, hurts, habits, hangups, addictions, heartbreak, we lose tiny little pieces of our soul, and our soul becomes fragmented. That makes us very confusing. It makes us very prone to illness. Not having mental clarity. What I would do is seek a higher power within yourself. Walk into your power, step into your power, as I've been saying. And definitely this is what I'm getting intuitively, someone is keeping something from you. I think intuitively you know that something is being kept from you, but you only have a fragment. You only have a piece of the truth, and you need to either keep searching, find the truth, and confront it, or let the entire situation go. I have a feeling you're supposed to confront it. So be on the lookout for something being revealed to you, either in a dream or just like a moment of clarity, that aha moment we were speaking of before. And know that you are not fragmented as a person. You are whole. Envision yourself surrounded by white light that you're breathing in. When you breathe out, you're breathing out smoke and black dust. That's all the toxins. And see yourself as whole. See yourself as clear and whole and not wanting. Also be grateful. I keep getting that in my head. Be grateful. Look at this beautiful card. I enjoy the serendipity of life. The unexpected can be wonderful. And that is the blue moon. Starlight, you are very welcome. Starlight, do you identify as male or female? I'm only asking because it's easier to read. Like Steve always says, the energy is when you know someone's what they identify as. John
Daryl Fawcett, indeed. That's what good is it? And the reason the other day we put ours out, hadn't been up 5 minutes. Somebody's in the chat. Well, DP covered this first. You stole it from him. You need to quit stealing his stories. I would need to see proof that you had this story before he mentioned it. And we did. Gemma wrote it 2 days before he mentioned it. But
Yeah, and it's not his story. It's a missing.
it's out of the news.
Please, let's not get started because I only have a half
I'm
hour.
going to rant and rave about it. It's his
Michael,
fans that we have a problem with because they drink the Kool-Aid, they lick the boots, whatever. I mean, I can think of much things worse to say, but
Michael Moslak, here we go. This is why we're going to stop too. Says this is a nice break from being outraged watching political videos. Yes, Tony the Rock fam, beautiful cards. Guys, thank you so much. Sweetly Morbid Bear, you are coming up. So John L. Steve says number 4 and any deck. Then we have SDK, which I have your info.
For any deck.
Sweetly Morbid Bear.
Let's give you an animal spirit oracle. I haven't touched that deck in a while. Card number 4. This is a beautiful deck too. Any of these by and I like to support the artist. That's why I feel bad about ending up with bootleg decks unknowingly.
And plus, it's hard when you don't have the book. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, well, like I said,
until you get to know the cards.
Read it on your own. You never heard of a bootlicker, Laura Stevens? Oh my, that's an old saying. That's
you are a sheltered woman, Miss Stevens.
Don't be a bootlicker. Even mine. I don't want a bootlicker.
I don't need no one to wipe my butt.
Like a yes man or a Greek chorus or somebody to parrot everything you say, and that's what happens over there a lot. Just they hang on his every word, and he's the Lord High, whatever. Okay, enough of that.
Yeah,
you got the parrot spirit, and that's funny because I just said something about parroting, and it says watch your words. Let's see, does that card have a number? It does indeed. Card number 45. Let me whip it out here. Whip the book out. And
Steve's going to whip it out, baby. Yeah.
Blazing Saddle. Excuse me while I whip it out.
Going to make a little change up in here, Steve.
Change, right. I might get a couple of nickels out of pity. Let's see. 44, 45. Here we go. The parrot spirit. Now that would be an unusual spirit animal to have, I think, with a parrot, but let's see what it says. Watch your words. The oracle message. What are you saying to yourself? What message are you repeating? Is it something that makes you feel good about yourself and reminds you of your strengths and potential? Parrots mimic the sounds around them, just like these people we were talking about. And when parrot spirit appears, it is time to be more mindful of your self-talk and its qualities. What do you say to others? Are you repeating what you truly believe? Remembering to speak with light and love can become a habit, a good habit. Be generous with compliments and thanks, affirming all that is good so that your loving, healing words will be heard throughout the jungle, cutting through the noise and inspiring others. Listen for words that remind you of all the strength, abundance, and joy in your life and in the world around you, and then repeat them, affirming what is real, true, and nurturing to the soul, yours and others. The universe will reflect back to you the story you tell. Words matter, so choose ones that lift you up and inspire others to remember that beauty surrounds us. The protection message here, are you aware of what you're saying to yourself and others? Parrot spirit shows up as a reminder to heed the words that flow from your mouth, your pen, and your keyboard. It says it right here. Be mindful of the beliefs you have internalized. Are they what you choose to believe? Are you communicating with integrity? Parent spirit wants you to listen to what you say and your motives for saying it. And I think, is there more to that? Yes, a little bit more here. It continues. Right speech is called for now, which means you're called to reflect on the beliefs that have been parroted by people so often that you simply accepted them unquestionably. Boy, this is spot on with what we were just talking about. Well, what you can do, you can journal about what you truly believe and wish to see in the world and in your life. Write words that affirm what you value. Speak them aloud. Expressing gratitude for what is just coming into being. Your voice has power, and you can change the conversation in your heart and in the world around you. Parrots represent the law of praise, so you are called to speak the truth and speak with love. So the type of parrots I was talking about are the ones that just, repeat what they've heard and repeat it as gospel and don't take time to think for themselves. So this is saying if you're around people like that, repeat things that's not going to harm anybody to be repeated. Don't repeat gossip. Don't repeat half-truths.
Power of life and death is in the tongue.
There you go. I was just getting ready to say that.
You always say that.
Be careful what you parrot. And I believe that. You can speak good things and bad things to yourself and others. It's real easy. That's one way of just accidentally manifesting stuff.
I do it all the time with the negative self-talk.
Yeah,
And you
get
know
up.
what?
Oh,
It
what a
always
shitty day
comes
this
through.
is going to be. There you
Yep.
go. You've already preempted the whole day. Get up, get out of bed, and I'm not one of those up with people persons anyway, but get up
Me
and
either.
talk about what a good day I'm going to have today until some a-hole comes along and F's it up. Because sometimes, regardless, it seems like those days when you get up and you're speaking affirmations to yourself and everything's wonderful,
The
and
universe wants to
unicorns
test
and
you.
hearts and flowers, the universe will send you a deluge of stuff just to test you and to say, oh yeah, how do you like this? What about now? Have some of these, have a couple of that. You will be tested. Your faith will be tested, but it's worth it. So there you go.
All right,
But, hope that resonates for you there. Thank you for letting me read for you. And I'm glad I picked that deck. That was a good card and just went right along with what we were talking about that wasn't even related. So amazing.
So, all right. SDK, if you're still here, I have, you said number 7 in a random deck. I wanted to use my fairy tale oracle. Look at how beautiful this is.
Every time I hear SDK, I think of Software Developers Kit. Sorry, I'm old school techie.
Oh, thanks. That's the Jersey accent. Love the way you say talk, Gemma. Okay, so, but as I was putting away the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards, I could not put them down. I'm getting the energy for you. So hopefully I don't pull one I already pulled. But if I do, I mean, I believe that everybody gets the message they were meant to get. And there's no accidents. So let's see what we can pull for you here with card number 7 and this random deck, Angels and Oracles.
Only happy accident.
And Sweetly Morbid Bear, you are next and last if Stella is not here, which I don't think she is.
Stella!
All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's a card I haven't pulled before. You got the Shield Maiden. Just let me find her because these are not numbered and they're not even really in alphabetical order. It's weird. The Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Have a plan or strategy in place before moving forward. The Shield Maiden is the female knight in shining armor. In Viking traditions, women were seen as equal to men and so joined them on their raids and fought with them on the battlefield. In this deck, the Shield Maiden brings a fiercely feminine energy, the power to be a warrior while retaining feminine sensitivity. She is ready to put her plan into action. She's ready to go to battle. Her medicine helps us move beyond any unsettled feelings when our plans start to take shape and follow through with our strategies in order to where we want to be. Shield Maidens worked together in times gone by to create shield walls of protection, so she always shows us how to work with others in order to bring our plans to fruition. Taking some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. You are a sensitive being, and if you are not prepared for the tasks you are taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So have a strategy in place and then let your guides support you as you move forward. So yeah, basically, not leaping before you look. This is not the time of the fool to just, take action. You need to have a plan. You need to have a solid foundation that you're building on. Don't be frivolous. Don't be whimsical. I mean, there are times for that. There's a time and a place for everything. But now, SDK, the time right now for you is to plan and work with others. I'm getting some kind of group project. I don't know if it's going to be in business or maybe just something you're doing with your friends or family kind of on the side. Something that you're doing, even if it's on the internet, you need to get input from others. Do not go about this by yourself. Maybe investors. I'm not getting investors so much as just like try to get advice. If it's a romantic relationship and you're trying to figure it out, go to someone who is maybe a little bit more experienced or maybe someone who's been there before you, which is a better way to say that. Definitely do not leap before you look. This is not the time to, like I said, jump off the cliff without seeing if the rocks are below you. You need to plan and strategize. There are people, and this I'm getting intuitively. I don't know where it's coming from. Well, it's coming from spirit. that there are people that are right now looking at you and trying to see you as a kind of someone who is easily manipulated. They're going to be coming into your life. It's a person or 2 to 3 people who are going to be trying to give you advice, but only to seek their own gains, to meet their own purposes. You need to be really careful with who you let in, but you need to let someone in because you're going to have something happening if it's not happening now where you're going to need great advice. And watch the people that you allow into your inner circle because there are some snakes in your grass. There are people that are poking holes in the boat while you are trying to row.
I like that. Some snakes in your grass. Indeed.
You are tiptoeing around vipers at the current moment. And your moon card, which is really pretty. Every day I focus on what is important. Waxing gibbous 5. And last but definitely not least, our very own Shaking My Butt, SMB, Sweetly Morbid Bear. Woof, I'm good to be done, guys. The Blue Crossroads, you want me to pull one for you quick before we end? Yeah, I could do that. We got a few minutes.
And there was somebody named Monica that came in that wanted a card as well.
All right, so we'll do Blue Crossroads and Monica, and then we'll end.
That sounds like a plan. Should end us about right on time. And in the meantime, let's see what the Oracle of Bob Ross has to say.
Not really, right?
Can't hear him. He's too quiet. April Arrington.
I can hear it. What is it? Turn these mistakes into birds. Well, one time someone said, "Hey, SMB," and I was like, "What is SMB?" Shaking my butt, and then like Sweetly Morbid Bear. All right, Blue Crossroads. So pick a number, and after Steve reads, because we're gonna finish up now, Steve. After Steve reads for, I don't even know who he's reading for.
Monica.
No, there was Sweetly Morbid Bear you're reading for.
Oh, I'm reading for SMB? I thought you were reading for SMB.
And then I'm doing Blue Crossroads.
SMB.
That's why I'm like, what are you doing? We're trying to end here.
Pick a deck, pick a number. I'm sorry, I got all confused.
Yeah, Michael Moslak. There's a Bob Ross movie on Netflix now. I haven't seen it yet. I didn't know it was out. I want to catch that. But I got to film my The Missing in the Fae tonight after this stream.
SMB, I've got Dark Mirror, Dark Goddess, Magic of You, Conjure cards, Gothic Oracle, rather. Some beautiful, beautiful art by Victoria Francis.
You picked the deck. Can't recall. Number 37.
Conjure cards. Let's go with...
She said magic. I don't know if that means anything to you.
Yeah, Magic of You, which should be this one right here. That's Magic with a K. And you said number 37. Okay, let me pull that out here. I haven't had that deck out tonight. So let me give it a quick shuffle. And we'll get down to card
Bob Rizzi.
37 for you. Let me just look and see how many are in here.
SDK, don't ever be sorry. This is what I do. I've been called to do it. I feel like this is my job. One of my purposes. You know, I work with recovering addict. I work with active addicts. I work in the deaf community as a translator when they need me. This is just one of those things. I feel like it's a service to give back for everything that I've been given from the universe because I'm so grateful. Welcome, David Stewart. We are ending, unfortunately.
37, was that right? 37?
Yes.
You got protection. You got your protection, and I don't mean a Boy Scout knife. There we go. It's a beautiful card there. A little muted on the color, but that's number 26 in the deck.
Have a good night, SDK.
Let me pull it up here and read it for you. SMB. We got SMB and SDK. And
everyone who's leaving, have a great night, guys. We love and appreciate you. I do speak for Steve on that one. Grateful for you.
Indeed. Thank you, Jim. You got the card of protection. Set personal boundaries. Boundaries. It's time to set them. Small areas of ugliness are blinding you to the greater beauty that is your rightful environment. The girl of protection anchors herself softly in the present moment, yet her back of white thorns shield her from the negative naysayers of the outside world. She is not defined by her thorns, but she keeps them ready. Of particular significance with this card is setting electronic boundaries around phenomena like social media. No, not that anything toxic would ever happen on social media. At this time, people around you who have been allowed to access your space may not have your best interests at heart. Protect yourself. Don't suffer fools, and do not be hardened by others' cruelty. Have compassion for their wounded souls, and yet set firm boundaries. Just because they're hardened, it doesn't mean you have to be. Be soft but strong. And indeed, how many times have you gone on Facebook or Twitter or any of
YouTube.
those things, YouTube, in the comment section, Tumblr, any of those silly places, and let somebody just make you so mad, you could just bite nails. But then you think about that, that's just some poor lonely soul that's probably not having the best life ever, sitting somewhere in their parents' basement behind a keyboard, slinging out hate and toxicity. Push that away from you. Put up a wall. Sometimes it's good to have a wall. And take the stuff from that wall and make a bridge to somewhere else and get the hell out of there. But protect yourself. Keep people around you that are going to lift you up and celebrate you, like we do here with the trolls. Trolls don't have any business in any of our channels. They only come like a thief in the night, like the Bible says, to steal, to kill, and destroy. We ain't going to stand for it. Get thee behind us, trolls. Get out of here.
We're not gonna take it.
Same with
No.
social media. So hopefully that resonates in you there and takes something away from that. Thank you for letting me read for you, but stand up for yourself.
It's so funny that Sweetly Morbid Bear would be the one to get that card, because she is always the one in the comments when I'm getting angry and going back at the trolls that's calming me down, telling me to stop, trying to stick up for them in a way. Not that she's sticking up for them, but trying to see the best in them. Yeah, she tries to see the best. Like, Gemma, maybe they didn't mean it that way, when we both know they did, but she just wants to see the best in people. And Sweetly Morbid Bear, I always say, girl, you are my voice of reason. Right. So Blue Crossroads, let's get to you. And then Steve, you're going to be doing Monica. Monica, pick a deck and a number. And yes, we eat trolls. And Blue Crossroads, you picked 3. And I've been shuffling this whole time. So let's do this.
Monica, darling, prepare to get done. Give me a deck and a number, and I'll read for you. Dark Mirror, Magic of You, Dark Goddess.
I love this card, Blue Crossroads. You got card number 29, The Gift of Sacred Sight, which you definitely have. We all know this. Fiona and the Unicorn. Just let me find it here. I'm getting very drained. I'm glad this is the last one.
Yeah, I'm ready for a cigarette.
What decks do you have? Monica said. All right, Blue Crossroads. I'll let you tell her which decks, and then I'm going to read.
Okay, just real quick. This is the ones I've still got left out. I can pull any of the other ones out if you like them, though. I've got Magic of You, Gothic Oracle, Dark Goddess, Dark Mirror, Vintage Wisdom Oracle, and the Animal Spirits right here within reach. I've got about a dozen more scattered around here if none of those appeal to you.
Tony the Rock fan is whack-a-troll. All right, Blue Crossroads. Fiona and the Unicorn. The Gift of Sacred Sight. Unicorns help us choose between what is pure and what is polluted. The unicorn's alicorn, a spiral horn holding the divine ratio and perfect proportions within it, connects directly to their third eye. At this time, many messages are being drawn directly to your third eye, and so your clairvoyant capacity is growing and opening. This may sometimes be disturbing for you, actually. You may experience flashes of light at night as though lightning is striking behind your closed eyelids. You will be able to see the colors and energies around beings, even see who their guides and etheric companions are. The fairy with the unicorn is magical too. She is learning the secrets of speaking with the crystals. With your eyes open, it is likely you will begin to see another world superimposed over this one. Energy will form shapes around people, objects, plants, and even buildings. So auras, you will see colors and energy fields, orbs, and entities. You are able to see what you once could not. For a time, this could lead to confusion, disrupted sleep, and a feeling that perhaps you may not be of sound mind, but this is not true. The unicorn and I are here to guide you through this time. The unicorn will help purify the energy that comes close to you and advises you to drink a great deal of water as you go through this process of the third eye opening widely. You will sometimes feel trapped in a world where you receive too many visions to make sense of. This will pass, and we will help you through this stage. Ask us what you need to know, and we will do our best to translate the images you are seeing, the energies you are able to glimpse so clearly now, into words you are able to understand. It is not the time to give in to fear and banish this visionary experience. Accepting it will lead to great healing and the ability to help others. While your third eye is opening, it may be helpful to work with a crystal, to work outside with the fairies in their natural habitat, and to experience pure and beautiful visions to balance the other stranger and sometimes harsh images you will see. Take time to see into nature, and this opening will not be traumatic. It may be strange and difficult at times, but it will become natural and pleasurable, and what you see with your spirit eye will be pleasant for you to experience. A great many visions will come to you. Stay hydrated and keep a record of what you see. You may begin to create spirit paintings, capturing those spirit visions with pen, color, and canvas. You are not losing your mind. You have just been gifted with sacred sight. So you have a lot of experience in the paranormal and the supernatural with it, I should say. You have things that are so crazy you can't even talk about publicly, right? So Blue Crossroads, I would really recommend, and Spirit is also telling me right now that you should be writing down your dreams. You should be definitely, like they said, staying hydrated. You are going to be so incredibly intuitive and psychic in this coming month that you're going to have just this amazing mental, metaphysical, physical, emotional clarity about you that it's almost too much to bear. But I would just roll with it. I would definitely trust my intuition. If something doesn't feel right, it's not right. This is asking you to, if spirit is trying to communicate with you, you need to take their message. Don't fear anything. There may be something, I keep getting evil, actually, to be honest with you, not to scare you, but I don't sugarcoat things coming in, and you need to actually tap into that too. Instead of being afraid of it, you take your stand your ground, just like you did with that demon that night who was terrorizing that old lady when you were a cop. You just have this gift about you, and you've always had it. We all know, we both know that, but it's going to be much stronger this coming month. So make sure that you really pay attention, and pay attention to your health as well. I'm getting pay attention to your health, and again, stay hydrated. I've been getting a lot of this too. Like everything that card said has been me for the past month or so. And I'm wondering why I'm drinking like 3 16-ounce waters a day. Apparently it makes you thirsty. And your moon card, which, look at this, is beautiful. Oh, I have it upside down. I am honest with myself and others in the first quarter moon.
And Sweetly Morbid Bear indeed says she literally blocked a whole friend's family today because can't do their lame ass drama. Life is drama. Don't need no additives besides they have a demon in their home.
Yeah, same here with, my sister that's been kind of trolling me. I'll talk about it only for a minute because it's the end. She also hacked my Facebook the other day and started posting things underneath my pictures about me. Because she can't get to us here anymore. It was the only place I forgot to change my password. And the little witch that she is, okay, I gave her my password so she can watch all of, I pay for 15 apps a month for the Fire Stick. And even after she did what she did to me and we stopped talking, I still didn't change my password because I didn't want her to have to pay for these things. And I took myself off the one thing she had, which was Netflix, trying to be nice. She hacked my YouTube and tried to take the whole channel down. And she went on my Facebook. And it's like, dude, just leave me alone. Like, again, like Sweet and Lord Barrett said, you have a demon in your house, you have a demon in your heart, girl. You need to get something going on. But
that need for revenge when they were the one that caused the problem anyway.
Right, I didn't even do. I sent birthday cake to her grandkids.
Yeah, and that was
what. It's crazy. That's what set her off, guys.
And we had somebody here recently. Wasn't a troll, just somebody. He was a fan of the channel. He was very active, but he was a little too active. And we ended up, he'd been warned several times. Yeah. And some of you know who I'm talking about.
I had to block him from my actual life.
Had to block him completely from all channels. He got very inappropriate. And he was even to the point of going on to Missing Persons and Mysteries, when videos where people had died tragically or gotten lost and their bodies were found. And he was making very rude and very inappropriate comments about all the females.
He texted me in the morning one time. I just EJAC to your picture.
Yeah, so, and as much as I hated to, the guy obviously has problems, and he
was a friend to the channel.
And he needs family because he was, a nice person, a good person, but he let things go wild.
He drank. That's what happened.
I think that's what his problem was, so we had to block him. But I wrestled with that. I actually felt conviction over that.
We gave him a lot of chances.
Out and trying to help him, but we did. We did reach out. We tried to help him, and he would say, I'm sorry, I'll be good, and then he turned right around and do it again. So, I'm a believer in second and third and fourth chances.
You guys know us. We would never do
but
that.
just I really wrestle with that. So sometimes you have to cut things out of your life for the greater good. I mean, he could get our whole channel, all of our channels taken down
Yes.
completely forever with some of the stuff he was going on with. Let me read for Monica real
And
quick.
then I just want to, Daryl, I'll answer you after Steve reads.
And Monica, this is the Victoria Francis. She's a Gothic illustrator. This is her Gothic Oracle card deck. And I picked the card that you wanted, which was number 3. And you came out with card number 36. It's a beautifully dark card here. Hope you like and appreciate dark things. Let me get it there where you can see it. Normally I have a card cam set up to where I can show these in much more of their glory, but that's really good, kind of a Morticia Adams vibe there. Again, I love this deck.
Yeah.
And number 36, Winter Rebirth. The messages of this card for you to reflect on: confidence, ability, multitasking. The ability to look and feel confident when there's chaos around you is quite an art. However, it shows how much you have grown as a person in the last few years. Challenges have made you stronger, and you can hold your head high and be proud of what you have achieved. You have an air of confidence about you now. Others can also see this and are watching you blossom in the person that you wish to be. You're protected and connected to your higher self. A beautiful gift. Learn to use this wisely and watch life expand beautifully. There are messages all around you. Open your eyes to synchronicities. Now, we always say that there aren't any coincidences, there's synchronicities. There you go. There's spirits are talking to you and showing you the way. There you go. For such a dark deck, this has some really
Beautiful
positive
messages, right?
sometimes. Yeah. I pulled one earlier and I thought, oh, this is going to be good. And it was like this scary message, but kind of throw you a curveball there. But that's for you, Monica. Hopefully that resonates within you, that you are becoming the person that you not only want to be, but that you need to be, that you're destined to be, and you control that destiny. The cards don't compel, they impel, they suggest. It's up to you how you choose to follow your path in life.
Monica,
Thank you for letting me read for you. I hope you'll see you back here again sometime.
yeah, definitely. Monica said, "Oh my God, this made me cry, not because it's sad, but because it's the truth." Monica, I did your personal reading, but I haven't had a chance to edit it yet. I think we had emailed about it, but just so you know, I am going to edit it. Just give me a couple of days because I have like 3 or 4 people in front of you.
Oh, so this is that Monica. Okay, I wasn't sure.
And Daryl Fawcett, as far as when you say demon, do you mean a bad person or actual demon? I mean both.
It can be both.
I'm about to do a series coming fall or probably winter on demonic possession. It's going to be like 50 videos. Somebody like that that beats on his wife. I'm just using that as an example. That person is demon possessed. There is demonic possession. People that are addicted. When I was in my addiction, I truly believe that I was demon possessed, because after I was saved, I was still using for another 2 years. I was high and messed up when I got baptized, and I renounced Satan and his minions and all that. And when I proclaimed Christ as my savior, this person has called Child Protective Services on 42 members of our family in the past 10 years. She gets drunk and she just does it because she doesn't have any young children at home. So she's never spent a night in jail. She's accused men when she was younger of doing things to her. And one man that she accused actually ruined his whole life, became a drug addict, lost his business, all that. And like 15 years later, she came forward and she's like, oh, well, I lied. And I'll have my daughter do the same thing if, this person. And I mean, she's just a horrible person.
That's a very frightening person to be around.
That's demonic possession. And everyone told me, Gemma, as soon as I reconciled with her, because she got mad at me 3 years ago at her Halloween party. I was sober. That was before like my big run. Then I relapsed again. And I refused to have a glass of champagne with her. And she attacked me in her house. So I didn't talk to her. And when I reunited with her, she kept saying, Gemma, nobody ever wants to talk to me anymore. Nobody ever comes to my house anymore. And she kept like going on Facebook and talking bad things about my mom. And my mom kept forgiving her because that's her daughter, it's my sister. But then after like the 5th time of her embarrassing her, my mom stopped talking to her. And because I didn't stop speaking to my mom, so now after I told everyone what she did to me, she lost literally, I didn't tell them to stop talking to her or nothing. She lost like 27 people off Facebook and it hit her hard. But I do believe, I'm sorry I got so deep into that, but I mean, demonic possession shows up in many ways, and she is an alcoholic and she's just a bad person. She's never experienced much bad luck. Like she has no credit, but she's like, I want a house. And within 2 months she gets a lake house. It's that person. I've seen the cops come to her house to arrest her on a warrant and she talked them out of it. Like I don't know like who she's dealing with, but she could very well be dealing with the devil. But everyone
Yeah.
told me you are going to regret this. She's going to end up calling CPS on you for some stupid reason. And she did. My son had poison ivy and he also has eczema, so it got really bad. She called CPS and said I sliced his legs open. So, stuff like that. So that's why we're very careful now in the chats, because she does come in and say horrible. She thinks that my past is going to somehow embarrass me. But I love you guys very much. I have to go. I just heard my little monkey come in. He's going to be running up. I have to film the Missing in the Fae Part 1 for my channel. And Steve, I love you. I love all of you. Thanks for staying with us this whole time.
Thanks, everybody. I just want to say it's not always possession, but there's demonic oppression that can cause people to act up too and do things, and that's just one of the steps toward possession. So be careful. Watch your friends, watch your family, watch your back, watch your six. Keep your powder dry.
Sweetly Morberry said, ew. Our oldest sister, my sister that I'm talking about is 3 years older than me. And we have another sister who's 4 years older than me. They're full sisters. They're my half sister. We have different dads. They have the same. She lost her son, my nephew, right after he turned 20. He died of cancer. And my sister just kind of went off. She's, got a lot of problems, and she has 2 other kids. And my sister, actually, the other one that called on me and everyone else, just got mad at our oldest sister for not coming to like her barbecue and called on her. And she just lost her son to cancer. So that's the kind of person we're dealing with here. I love you guys. I really have to go. If you guys want the Missing in the Fae, Laura Stevens, I love you so much. I hope you keep in touch. I feel a weird disconnect. I hope that we're still good. I don't know. I guess it's because I never have the time to respond to text messages, but please don't take it personally, guys. Steve, I love you very much. Please go over my bio. If it sucks, kind of help me rewrite it, because I want to send that in tomorrow morning and get the book out.
I'll write you a bio that nobody will believe.
I would love it. I tried my best to be honest, but I think I did it too long, and I just don't know what to do. It's my first book, and you have so many. So, all right, guys, I love you. Good night.
Love all my folks that are here too. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I'll see some of you, most of you, hopefully over tonight on Ghost Stories at midnight on 13 past midnight. Join us over there at midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. UK. Thanks for coming out. Thanks everybody that I read for. Thanks for showing up and
same
all hanging out here together and having some fun and lifting each other up in some way or another. So thanks again. Everybody have a good one. I'm Steve Sharpen. I'll see you a little farther on down the trail. Jim, I love you too.
Love
I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye, folks.